before? How you go full screen again?
Shift
Not working. I'll do it later. Alright. Yeah. I'll make sure.
No, yeah, it's shifting.
Usually F11 works for me too. I don't know. Alright, maybe because we're on this part. Alright, what's good, y'all? It's Butterfly Mac and we back. Yeah. So, I got done last time I streamed. I took a little, you know what I'm saying, week break. But last time I streamed, we just got done with, fuck, what's that game called? I can't think of it. It was like, I think Honey Trap. That's what it's called. So it's called Honey Trap. No, I just lied to you. It's the Nigga in the Woods. I forgot the title. So we gonna call it Nigga in the Woods, right? Finished that one. Now a fan commented on one of my videos, and he was like, "Not gonna cap. If you like enemies to lovers, I'm gonna need you to run that James one." Basically, that's what he said. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? When I edit, I'm gonna put his comment up there. But shout out to you, gang. I got you, bro. I'm gonna run it. Huh? Oh, my bad. Viewers. I should say viewers, shouldn't I? Supporter? Yeah, okay, my bad. Yeah, my bad, gang. My bad. That did sound kind of crazy. One of my... I was gonna say it again. Okay. One of my supporters put a comment under one of my videos. And they was like, not gonna lie, need you to run James. At first, I did a little bit of James. Not gonna lie, I'm telling you the truth. I did a little bit of James on the TikTok live, but not actually on like the YouTube and Twitch. So we just gonna start off new because that was like 2 months ago. I don't remember shit from it. So that's what we're doing today. Hopefully hopefully it's good. Because I heard mixed reviews on this, but James cool. We gonna do it. Starting up new route, reset your Yelp, proceed. Alright, each route brings its unique sets of warnings and triggers. Would you like to review them? Hey, these, not gonna lie, some of these triggers and warnings be insane. So let's check them out. Alright. So for James, oh, he got blood, sexual assault, rape, minor character death, minor violence towards MC, violence towards others, superhero discrimination. So his sexual behavior is dominant most of the time, submissive never, rough occasionally, gentle sometimes, kinky, a kink, neck biting. Yeah, that's a fire king. Confidence very high, flustered almost never, cockiness not very high, libido ready to go anytime. Good perks, good perks. Enter your brother's name. What's a good brother? We don't leave him as nah. We gotta do him right. Our brother name. We gonna call him Collie. Collie. Yes. Alright. As far as the oh no, let's fix this. No, it still ain't working. Damn. No, this gonna piss me off though. Maybe it's escape. No, that's not it. Fuck. I should have figured this out before I did it. Fuck. Alright. Oh well. Alright. Well, I deal with it like this then. I'm trying to see the words. Alright. A particular iridescent piece of fabric catches my eye. It changes colors when you look at it from a different angle. It reminds me of a little way the 80 movies created space outfits. Everything had to be shiny back then. Excuse me. I call out to the woman behind the stall who is in the middle of talking to her companion. Yes, dear? Would you like this one? Yes, 4 meters will do. The woman takes the iridescent fabric roll off my hands and starts measuring how much she needs to cut. You know, this fabric reminds me of Starlight's costume, says the woman. Starlight, a superhero whose outfit I didn't design. Someone else got it to her first. She has the power to brighten any kind of light source and quite literally blind you. Nigga, isn't this that's what I'm saying. Isn't that Starlight off of The Boys, bro? Is that so? I say casually. Isn't it just weird how they're walking among us? Wow, how did I fuck among us? Shit, like normal people. It could be any one of us. He mutters in a dark tone. I don't like where this conversation is going. Why do they hide? I don't like that anyone can just, hide a really dangerous power. She cuts the fabric to my specifications. I pull the scarf over my nose to hide my disgust. They wouldn't have to hide our identity if people didn't try to ruin their normal lives. I'm sure they have very good reason to hide. She cut my shit. I ain't gonna hold you. We gonna keep it casual. I ain't trying to talk to you anymore anyways. I'm sure they have a very good reason to hide, I explained. Being too sympathetic can be a bad thing sometimes, says the woman. What do you mean? The woman flashes a fake smile at me as she bags the fabric. That'd be... Damn! Oh no, that ain't like... Was that supposed to be a dot? Anyways. $44.95, sweetheart. I pay the woman her money and quickly disappear from the stall. Suddenly, I don't feel so in my element after all. Time to leave before the blizzard starts. Phew. Finally got back to the street trends. I was going to say city trends. Street trends before the blizzard started. I like her character design. Her shit was fire. I remember her. Hey, my son. Kim greets me from behind the counter. Hey, Kim. Did anyone stop by today? Yep. Look who's back. Kim plops down a piece of fabric onto the counter. I immediately recognize the outfit and sighs loudly. Again, I complain. That's like the 3rd time this week. Yeah, he told me he tore a hole in it while scaling a mountain. She explains with a roll of her eyes. Grabbing the outfit from the counter, I inspected for any tears. I didn't have to look long. The culprit is staring right in my face. The midriff has been torn open. What in the world? These look like claw marks. Did he fight a damn mountain lion up there? Do supers not have anything better to do? I say.
Oh.
Kim shrugs. He swears he was just trailing someone who stole an old lady's purse. On a mountain, I repeat. Incredible. The lasher sure knows how to concoct extravagant stories for his adventures. Last time, he said he tore it while swimming on the back of a shark. It's why the fans love him after all, Kim points out. Anyways, can you fix it? I let the fabric slide through my fingers, focusing on holes that I can fix manually without having recut any new patterns. I wiggle my nose until a fine piece of thread emerges from the tip. It's so thin, normal people usually have a hard time seeing it. I manipulate it until it pierces the fabric, making it loop around to quickly stitch up small holes. No matter how many times I see you do it, it's always so interesting to see it in action, says Kim and all. I cut off the thread so that it's no longer attached to me and neatly tie it up. For now, damn, what the fuck was that? A loud explosion rumbles from underneath me. What in the world? I yell, completely startled. The rumbling brings down a few items on my counter. Is this an earthquake? Kim ducks down and covers her head as the shelf behind her falls down. The shaking finally stops. Kim, are you okay? I'm fine. I think it came from below. I finished for her. We both came to a realization. Khalil, not Khalil. What we say, Kylie? Yeah, Kylie. Kim groans. Go back to work, Kim. I'll check up on Kylie. Alright, let me know if I need to call for an ambulance or not. I give her a worried smile. Kim exits the room, and I sigh out loud. What is Kylie doing now? I knew it was suspiciously quiet. I should have checked on him sooner. I enter the hallway and walk all the way to the back, opening a small door underneath the staircase. It's the entrance to my brother's lab. This nigga got a whole lab under your shit, bro. There's a suit all over the floor. I'm leaving footprints behind as I walk inside the lab. Lots of objects are on the floor. I'm panicking a little until I see two people sitting at the middle desk. Kylie. I cry out. What happened? Oh, they go, you know who? Talk shit. Kylie just looks at me with a shrug. His hair is standing up in a different direction. I'm just a little shocked, he says jokingly. The person next to him knocks him over the head. Idiot. Now is not the time for your stupid puns. Kane berates my brother. Kane, I question. What are you doing here? Your brother asked me to come. I knew I should have had. You guys are crazy, Kane huffs. Wait, why am I getting lumped into this? I asked. What did I do this? What did you do this time, Khalil?
Huh?
I keep saying Khalil. Nothing. Why are all eyes on me? Kelly puts his hands up and tries to look innocent. Kelly sighs, and when he realizes I'm not buying into his act, then he picks up a metal ring from the floor. I was trying to get this bracelet to harness Kane's electricity. I figured I could harvest it and perhaps create an infinitely generating power source. Kelly gets hit over the head again by Kane. Moron. I told you that's not how it works. I can't keep generating electricity without pulling it from my own energy. Eventually I get tired. I get tired too. Then I collapse from exhaustion. Kane simply looks frustrated with my brother. And then it blew up in your face. You know that shit is dangerous. I could have lost my license, you know. Kelly shrugs, patting down his hair back to normal. I was grounded. I'm fine. I groan out loud. No, Kane's right. Don't toy around like that. I don't want to bury my younger brother as well, alright? A serious look dawns on Kylie's face as the words sink in, but then he quickly replaces it with a pout. Who else will come with these nifty little gadgets then, huh? Kane smirks. I had to admit, your tracking device came in really handy last time. Right? Kylie points his finger out at Kane. I roll my eyes at the two of them. They're always up to no good. Now someone has to clean up the mess that they made. There's soot everywhere. The stench isn't all that great either. I point at the floor. Kylie, you made this mess so let me clean it up. Kylie groans and slouches his shoulders, but nothing less walks towards the broom closet to get some cleaning supplies. Kane hops up on the metal desk and casually brings his hands up to his face. He holds his index finger and thumb together until a spark of electricity ignites between them. He keeps doing this until there's a steady stream of electricity going back and forth between his fingers. By the way, speaking of licenses, when are you getting yours? He asks nonchalantly, playing around with his ability. You've been asking me that for years, I say with a heavy sigh. And I'm asking you again. Not everybody wants to be a hero, Kane, I reply. Kelly returns with a broom and starts sweeping the floor. Don't bother. Mia-san is pretty stubborn. Kane stops playing with his fingers and suddenly looks serious. Yeah, but come on. Unlike your moronic brother, I resent that. Kelly interjects. You actually have an ability that could be useful in combat. That doesn't mean it should be used in combat. I fire back. There are plenty ways someone could use their abilities for greater good without having to pick fights with bad guys. Kelly shuffles away from the room. But you're just some lame ass Tailor. Damn, bro, you ain't gotta do that. Kane groans. That's not that's not exciting in the least. Irritation spreads across my face. Kane is really getting on my nerves now. He's insulting my work and calling it boring. There's nothing wrong with being a fashion designer. I don't see you complaining when I'm the one who makes your superhero costume. I fold my arms across my chest and glare at him. That's different, he says. You're still using it on clothes. Oh. His eyes then widen as he realized something. Oh, I got it. The perfect superhero name for you. Kane grins as he spreads out his arms. Black Widow. Get the fuck on, nigga. He says with a chuckle. I just stare at him blankly. Do I look like a spider to you? Hmm? Hey, don't mock the name. Don't you know this one superhero? Spider-Boy? Spider-Boy. That's crazy. He shoots out webs from his butt.
From his what? Oh, shit.
Same difference. That's one huge difference I protest. I don't shoot weird webs from my butt. My thread is highly sophisticated. It's nothing like a web. Isn't it just the same thing? Kane cocks his head to the side. No, webs are sticky. My thread is not. I've seen you attach that stuff to anything. What do you mean it's not sticky? Have I been living a lie this whole time? Kane questions. Fed up with his attitude, I huff at him. Nah, that's kind of crazy. So his mouth shut with your thread, bro. That shit gonna hurt. Explain the difference to him. I don't explain. I'm gonna be kind. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you want to get technical, my thread doesn't stick, okay? The only reason why it looks like that is because I'm actually tying it around the object. I'm piercing with my thread and tying a little knot in it. I grab a piece of scrap metal from the workbench. Hey, don't touch my stuff, Khalil protests. I ignore him. I spread my hands apart. My fingertips glow hot as the thin and transparent thread appears between both my index finger. I stretch the thread, making it longer as I need. The thread splits into two, and I manipulate it in such a way that it pierces the metal object. It goes through it without a hinge, and the thread is so fine and sharp it can pierce almost anything. Kane watches me work with curious eyes until I've managed to attach the thread to the metal, and I hover it in there. Oh. Wow, I can't even see it. It looks like you're levitating it, he says in amazement. I dissolve the thread and scrap metal drops down, back on the table with a loud plunk. See? Different. Still, you can use it to kick ass, Kane points out. I sigh. Look, I'm happy with my job. I like making clothes. I don't need to fight crime or save the earth with my powers. Not everyone needs to be a superhero like you do. I don't particularly enjoy hiding my identity as well. Kane pops at me. Aww. I just wanted to see you swing around the city like Spider-Boy. Khalil is the one who laughs at that. Dude, no. You're not going to see Emil-san zip around like that. Besides, I wouldn't allow it. I place my hands on my hip. Oh, you wouldn't allow me to be a superhero? Since when do you have that right? Since I'm your brother and I have to look out for you. With a somber look, Khalil's eyes cast down towards the ground. We're the only ones left, he mutters. There's a sudden tension and I try to prevent myself from remembering my own past. I put on my courageous smile. How about you worry about yourself? You almost got electrocuted by Kane when I walked in. Khalil shrugged. That's different. Sometimes experiments go wrong. I just want to point out that I'm immune to electricity. It can't shock me, so yeah, it may very well kill you. Kill only you, says Kane. Yeah. Alright, enough talking. Give me some of your juice. I need to power up this bracelet. Still? You already sucked me down dry enough. Hey, yo, that was kind of hey, yo. I ain't gonna No, bro, you didn't hear the context, bro. See, that's why I said hey, yo, bro. Clear grimaces. Dude, do you even think about the words that are coming out your mouth? I laugh and responds, I don't think he ever does. Kane ends up blushing. Kane ends up blushing once he realizes what he said. Shut up. Go back upstairs already. Just as he says that, the intercom beeps. Kim's voice booms through the laboratory. Everyone's ears perks up to listen closely. Guys, do we own any flying ships? She asks in an unsure tone. Khalil walks up to the intercom and presses down a button to reply. The Forrester Incorporation owns several of them. Yes, why? They should have a Forrester logo on them, then, no? That's correct. What's going on? Kim would never bother us unless it was something urgent. She's there to run the storefront, nothing more. Then this giant ship flying over Clanner right now is definitely not one of ours. The three of us look at each other in silence. Wait, a flying ship that isn't from Forrester Inc.? Do you have any cameras outside? Kane asks urgently. None that point upward to the sky. Kelly grumbles hastily, walking towards the exit. Are we under attack? I question. Nervous about this unidentified ship. Khalil's silence speaks volumes, and I'm suddenly on high alert. I rush towards the table with the intercom, slamming my fingers down on the button. Kim, get down here now. The alarm suddenly goes off in the lab. Sirens outside can be heard wailing. My stomach turns uncomfortably as I realize something bad is about to happen. The lab is underground. We should be relatively safe in case of attack. However, Khalil and I are making our way towards the exit. They want to see what's going on. Damn! Aw, shit. An ear-deafening blast can be heard above ground. The laboratory starts to shake, and all three of us fall down from the shockwave. The lab crumbles and trembles from the aftershock, dust falling from the ceiling. They're definitely not friendly, Kane cries out. I can hear Kim's groan. She's at the staircase. I want to rush over, but Kane stops me. Stay here. This lab is just like a bunker. Don't do anything stupid. Let me handle it. Then he turns to Khalil. Notify the rest of the squad. When push comes to shove, no matter how immature Kane can be, in emergencies, he's always someone you can count on. He quickly bolts through the doors, leaving us alone in the lab. Kelly turns on his heels and begins to type on his cell phone, notifying the other members. Then he tunes in on the news channel. They're broadcasting the breaking news at this moment. Kim bursts inside the room, nearly coughing up a lung. Kim, are you alright? Yeah, there's just a lot of dust in the air right now. What did you see? I asked. The ship is shot down a building. It's still hovering directly above us. I'm so scared. Kim crouches down onto the floor, clamping her hands over the sides of her ears. Ah, shit, nigga. Got an invasion going on. No, you ain't. I bend down to comfort her. You're safe here, Kim. Let the superheroes do their work. I'm trying to stay strong for her since Kim is younger than me, but I can't deny that I'm scared as well. Honestly, I'm really worried about Kane. He already looked tired. Is he even able to fend for himself? Then I walk over towards Kylie and I look at the TV screen. With my own eyes, I'm seeing the images of what's happening above. Though it's hard to spot due to the snowstorm, there's a giant ship suspended in the air. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's a pearly white color and it looks very sleek in its design. Kylie shuts off the alarm so we're able to hear the TV. Kylie, who else other than us have the technology to create those? I asked him. Other than the Forrester Inc. and the Raystar? I don't think anyone else does. Kylie looks stumped. He's trying his best to recognize the vehicle. But that's not one of ours. AIM registers only created small ships. They wouldn't be able to create a ship of that size. Khalil brings his hand to his mouth, tapping his fingers against the lip of ink. Yeah. In fact, I've never seen such a design before. Someone must have been building this in secret. Immediately, I think of the terrorist group Julio. Anxiety and disgust rose inside me as I suppressed my painful memories. Do you think it's Julio? I asked. Are they planning on attacking superheroes again? Kylie grows quiet. I don't know. Maybe. The new broadcaster is saying the ship suddenly appeared over Clanner and fired a missile at the large office building. Luckily, the casualties are low because it's Sunday, so there weren't many people in the building. Still, that's right near where we live. I really hope Kane is okay. Kim joins us as she points to the TV screen. which is displaying a live feed of what's happening. Look, they're here. On the screen, we can see several superheroes show up. It's a little hard to see it through all the snow, but I recognize a couple of them. I designed their costumes after all. Can you check real quick? I heard a notification. On Twitch. Yeah. I gotta fix that. I forgot. No, I can't see nothing. Like, no. Somebody makes an alert or something. Was anybody in there?
Unfortunately, my headphones broke today because my mountain cat, so I can't hear your voice. But you may be very text and chat. Oh, respond through chat instead. I'm streaming. So they basically can't hear your voice, so they want you to respond in chat.
While I'm doing this,
They can't hear you.
bro, ain't you listening off the phone? It's called turn up the volume on your phone, on your cellular device, and listen through there. I'm not finna open. Go ahead and tell them what's good, and tell them I can't respond because I won't hear. I'm streaming. What are you talking about? And my mind finna text you. I know you can't hear, but you funny. Hey, you funny, boy. That's hilarious. I'm gonna take a water break while we do it. Alright, I'm gonna keep moving. Okay, I read that. Right. There's a bunch of. I heard it. What did he say?
That was me.
Oh, that was you? Okay. There's a bunch that are unknown to me as well. At least one superhero is flying around, and I believe I spot Spider-Boy swinging around. I don't see Kane, I murmur softly. I spoke too soon because a huge lightning bolt appears from the sky and blasts in front of the ship. Kane, don't be reckless. If that thing falls down, you're going to create even more casualties. Khalil sighs in a worried tone. But look, the ship seems unharmed, I point out. The shield technology is very sophisticated. We all go quiet once we see the ships open up at the bottom of a dozen. The little objects come flying out. It's hard to tell what they are when there's snow everywhere. What are those? Kim shrieks. Drones? Khalil says, though he's unsure. I lean in a little closer to the TV. No, I think they're people. A lightning bolt blows one of them up, and then we can clearly see the pilot fall from his hovercraft. Thank goodness it seems the smaller ships don't have any shields on them. But wait, did I just see that correctly? Did you see that too? Yeah, their skin is red. Kim flashes. All of them are. I see. A shared ability, a family perhaps? This is unusual. Sometimes people are born with deformities because of their abilities. And they're certainly not unique to each person. But so many of them together. Questions. This is getting even more confusing. It doesn't seem to be a work of Julio, but I can't be too sure who would openly attack a claimant like this. The news reporter says that everyone is fighting back against the smaller hovercrafts, but their numbers are too great for everyone to handle. Damn it. Kanar used up all of his powers just now. Kelly grits his teeth. That's my fault. Oh no, Kim grasps. Is Kane going to be alright? I clench my hand into a fist. I know that I'm not a superhero. I'm not suited for combat one bit, but I can't sit here idly twiddling my thumbs as one of my best friends fights on his own. What if people need medical attention? I am. me saying, "You're not thinking of what I'm thinking, right? Stay here. The lad is safe." I narrow my eyes at him. What if it was Kane bleeding out on the streets? Would you still say the same thing? Khalil presses his lips into a thin line and furrows his eyebrows together. He can't quite argue back with that, and as we both care about Kane, I know first aid. I can be some use. I'm no superhero, but I can make sure no one dies under my watch. With that in mind, I grab my coat and rush out the lab. I can hear Khalil, cry out behind me. Now it's going outside. When I made my way outside, the blizzard stings my eyes, making it hard to see. I look up, being able to spot the giant hanging in the sky. It's hovering above the city, a slight distance away from the boutique. I'm standing in the shadow that casting is humongous. It's sleek, and it doesn't look like anything I ever seen before. It's definitely not one of our ships, so who is it? Who's attacking Clayman? I can't help to think about Julio. What if it's them after all? They're back with another huge attack? I just can't stand by this time. I don't want to be helpless. I can see a small hovercraft zooming about the place, some of them shooting bullets down below. I'm out of the immediate danger area, but I'm still not completely safe. Someone out there may need help. I just hope it isn't. Oh shit, that kind of scared me. I ain't gonna hold you. Judging by the lightning bolts in the sky, he's doing just fine. Just then, I see something in the sky approaching me fast. Snow swirls around a enormous speed. I focus my eyes, easily being able to identify what is from a large distance. It's a superhero, and he looks knocked out. Oh no! If he falls at this side, he's gonna die on impact. Quickly, I need to do something. He's headed this way. It will land in just a few seconds. My adrenaline gets pumped, forcing my body to react on it. I shot a thread out on a lamppost and another lamppost and quickly start to weave a net in between. He's coming closer. Crap. I'm not done yet. This net will barely hold. I focus even harder, focusing myself to manipulate several different threads from all my fingers until I made a sizable net in between the street lamps. And not a second was wasted because the superhero crashed inside of the net. The net stretches out. Luckily enough, it doesn't tear as it distributes the momentum of his fall. I quickly whirl my thread. I don't know what I keep trying to say dread, bro. Around the person himself to make sure he doesn't go flying the other way like some kind of catapult. He wiggles back and forth in the netting until he finally comes to a stop. A sigh of relief, I caught him. I look at my handiwork and cringe. Kane is never going to let me live it down when I tell him I caught someone near a certain death by spinning a web like a spider. Yeah, it'll just be my little secret for now. First things first, I have to see if he's alright. I jog over towards the netting, dissolving it as I come closer, gently lowering him down onto the snow. Superhero is a tall man, clad with a black outfit with red and gold accents. I don't recognize his costume at all, especially since it's torn to shreds. It's like something burned him because I can't see it charred into some places. I mop a messy black hair, covers up the rest of his face. The most important thing, he's breathing, but also bleeding. I have to get him inside. Using my thread, I create a makeshift stretcher and drag the man inside the boutique. So this must be James, I think. Khalil, help me out. I call out for him when I'm at the stairs. Khalil quickly comes to my help, sees the man I'm dragging behind, and lifts the arm. Huh? Who the hell is this? Yes. It doesn't matter. He's hurt. Help me put him on the table. Huh? What if he's the enemy? Well, he's not red, is he? Come and help me. Khalil doesn't complain anymore and swiftly helps me put the man on the metal table. However, he's so heavy, Kim has to come help as well. It's only one thing to drag a man, it's another to lift him entirely. When he's flat on the table, I get a good look at him. Now what? Khalil says. I'll get the first aid kit, Kim explains, running off. Oh yeah, that's James. Aw, but that nigga, why he kind of dressed like a villain? No, that ain't no superhero costume, but alright. I quickly look over his torso, which has burns and a a million little cuts. He doesn't look good. Something was attacking him before. But those red men, they look creepy on TV. I placed both hands on his chest, grabbing what's left of the charred fabric and tearing it in half. The costume splits, bearing his naked and burned torso. It's easier to work when the clothes aren't in the way. I lean closer to the man's face. Hey, can you hear me? The startled expression remains on his face. He's completely out of it. While he recovered in burn marks, the most pressing matter at large is a large cut on his right side of his waist. He's bleeding from it rather badly. Kim hands me the first aid kit. She tends to the burn wounds while I clean up his open wounds. Completely focused on the job, I touch his tan skin with my fingers, forming a thread that eventually pierces. The man remains passed out and doesn't notice as I stitch his wound. I puncture his skin back and forth, creating a very clean stitch. In no time, the wound is sealed. Checking his body for any more open wounds, I notice he only got small cuts that are easy to clean and need only a bandage. If at all, the burns, on the other hand, covered across his body are another matter entirely. I'm not a real doctor. He will need to go to the hospital for this. The only thing Kim and I can do is cool it and dress it with bandages for now. I sigh in relief that I'm finally finished with my first aid. At least the bleeding has stopped. Me and Sir, look, we're winning. They're falling back, says Khalil, as he points towards the TV. That's good. Have you seen Kane? I'm unsure. They haven't said anything about the death toll yet. Hearing that makes me even more worried. No, Kane can handle himself. I still saw his light not too long ago. He won't go out without putting up a damn good fight. There's no way they got Kane. I won't believe it. By the way, do you recognize this guy? I asked Khalil, pointing at the man in the front of me. I seriously don't know. Aren't you the one that's supposed to recognize them all, considering you're the one designing most of these costumes? I shake my head. I don't provide for every single hero, you know. Can't you look him up on a database? If he's a superhero, he has to be registered. Sure, I can look him up. I can look that later. What's important now is nursing him back to health until he wakes up. I've taken care of most of his wounds, but he does need a trip to the hospital. We'll just have to wait till he wakes up. I lean in closer, studying him. The burns are scattered across the torso like lightning bolts. I wonder who this man is. I can't help myself. She's so goofy. You're so damn goofy. Think about it. Like lightning bolts. Who do you know has a lightning power? Kane. So if that nigga Kane uses fire on him, he's a fucking enemy. She blowing me, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. But watch this, bro. I can't help myself as my hands reach out to his. I brush away his black hair, revealing his closed eyes, and wait. My fingers trail along the grooves of his ear. His pointy like elf ears. Sometimes superheroes have abilities that affect their appearance. I've once seen a woman with polka dots all over her body, like she was sewn to Dalmatian. Another time I saw someone whose skin was literal slime. However, this is the first time I've seen someone with pointy ears. It doesn't appear to be a body mod or of some kind. It looks natural. It's kind of fancy. Wait, they're saying something on TV, Khalil says all of a sudden. Absent-mindedly, I trace my finger along the tips of his ears. It's really long. How come I didn't notice before? What? They're saying he's not Julio, Khalil explains loudly. I look back down at the man. Oh shit, he finna. Look at him, he finna beat my ass. I startled when the brown eyes pierce me with such intense gaze that it rattles me to my core. The man swiftly gets up around the table, putting both feet firmly on the ground. I don't have much time to react as he approaches me. In an instant, I'm suspended in the air as the man grabs me by the throat, squeezing it. Oh, we're choking us. I can't breathe. Man, we breaking free, nigga. Get the fuck off me. Put a needle in his. I clawed out his hands, trying to break free. He squeezed it even harder. Okay, so we couldn't get out. Got it. I start to see black spots in front of my eyes. Damn. Let go of my sister, Khalil screams. The man gets knocked out out of the way as Khalil charges into him. He releases his hold on me and I collapse on the floor. I inhale a large dust of air into my lungs with oxygen. No, you didn't, girl. He finna beat your motherfucking ass. Take that. Kim yells as he throws a roll of bandages at him. Lord Jesus. I pick myself up. Stop. We're not trying to hurt you. I help patch your wounds up, I explain, coughing up for air still. He must be disoriented. Maybe he thinks we're trying to attack him. The man stands his ground, tall and menacing, before he looks down at the bandages on his waist, as well as the rest of the bandages covered in burns. His tense eyes meet mine again, and I feel a lump form in my throat. I don't know why his gaze makes me feel a chill run down my spine. See? I did the stitches, I say nervously, pointing at his side. Unexpectedly, the man rips off the bandages from his waist, revealing his freshly stitched wound. Don't. You have to keep the wound dressed, I say. His dark eyes travel from the wound, then back to me, as if he's silently asking me if I really did stitch him up. Please calm down, and I'll help you. Let me help you. I cautiously walk towards him. I hold my hand up to make myself seem as non-threatening as possible. We're not going to hurt you, so please let me put the bandages back on. As I take a step forward, I can hear Khalil cry out in surprise, pointing at the TV in shock. That's him. What you talking about? Turn around away from the man to see what Khalil's talking about. My eyes widen as I spot it on the screen. They were playing a clip from the attack. The man wearing a black and red gold armor, flying around in the air, battling the superheroes. I told you, I called that shit. He gets struck down by a lightning bolt and soars off into the distance. The reporter says the ship appeared from the sky. It came from space. And it's an alien ship. I feel horror watch over me. It's an alien. Khalil cries out. Suddenly his breath is running down my neck, causing all the hairs to stand up straight. You. Huh? His voice cracks out. Save me? I don't dare to turn my head to his face. I can feel my heart racing 1,000 miles per minute. This man I saved is not a man at all. You, get away from her, screams Khalil, going for another charge attack. However, before Khalil can even do anything, the man knocks out, damn, with a single punch, damn. His jaw crashes into the, jaw. Khalil crashes into the wall and drops down onto the floor unconscious. Damn. Kim Horley runs to him in panic. Unfortunately, turn around as he yanks on my arm, making me stand in front of him face to face. You. He points out his stitches. Did that? I can't speak. My body is frozen. He hurt Khalil. He's the one that attacked the city. What do I do? How do I take down a man of his size on my own? Not gonna lie. It would be so... Huh? No, bro, we tried to when he was choking us and he squeezed us more. We was gonna die. And then he just knocked my brother out, slammed into a wall with one punch. Nigga think he one punch man. You know what I'm saying? We're fucked. So I'm gonna just talk to this nigga. This the most kind I've been this whole route, bro. I ain't never pressed kind so many times, bro. Like, god damn. Yes, I replied. Maybe if I comply, he won't hurt us and leave us alone. I don't know what he's going to do. Please don't hurt us, I beg him. The man doesn't seem to be listening though. An ice cold and calculated expression etched on his face. Before I know it, he's thrown me over his shoulder and then launches me up into the air. Oh no! Nigga, we going to space. We gone. Hey, I cry out, pounding my fist on his back. Unfazed by my attacks, he keeps scaling higher. Wait, what's going on? Damn! He goes straight through the ceiling, blasting a hole as he flies straight up with me on his shoulder. The impact of the ceiling and several other floors in between caused me to black out. My last thoughts before I lose conscious are, this is not a superhero, it's a villain. That was a lot of first episode. I don't know. Continue. Alright. My body aches. I feel like my head and dizzy. I'm so lethargic. It's so hard for me to open my eyes. Yeah, we've been captured, nigga. Look at this prison cell. I hear a steady and loud humming near me as I return to my senses. I'm starting to realize I have no idea where I am. I finally open my eyes. I'm in a small room lying down on my bed, on a small bed, or bench, I'm unsure. Whatever it is, it's not comfortable at all. There's an oval door at the end of the room, and that's about it. No windows, no decoration, just a bed. It's chilly in here. What happened to me when I passed out? I got slung over a man's shoulder, and then he simply blasted his way out of the underground lab. I vaguely remember flying through the sky, but everything is fuzzy after that. Judging by the room I'm in, it's a cell. I got kidnapped. Yeah, you did. I take my body for any wounds or restraints to see if something has been done to me while I was unconscious. I'm about to sigh in relief until I notice a small stinging pain in the tip of my ear. I gently touch it with my fingers, wincing at the little pain. I can't tell what happened to it. It's not that painful for me to worry about though. So I continue to check my body for anything else. Luckily, it seemed to be perfectly intact and healthy. I'm still wearing my clothes as well. I even have a cell phone. I quickly take it out. The battery's on 30%. But what catches me even more off guard is at the date. Now it's the 18th. It was the 16th last time I was awake. Damn, it was not that 2 days. That's also when I realized the state of extreme hunger I'm in. I haven't eaten anything in 2 days. Not to mention I'm really thirsty as well. However, dealing with that can come later. I have more important things on my mind. Need to contact people for help. Clearly it must be worried sick. Shit, of course I have no connection. I mutter out loud, seeing no signal on my phone. The metal walls of this cell must be blocking my signal. I received no incoming messages either. So after I was taken, I must have been brought here straight away. Am I not on the ship? I'm unsure. The outside was sleek and white, but this cell is large. It's all dark and gray and muddy looking. And didn't Khalil say that they were aliens? Doesn't that mean I'm on a spaceship? I'm so screwed. Okay, Emil-san, calm down. I can get myself out of here. First things first. Try the door. I walk towards the oval door, shutting it. There's no handle nor doorknob to open it. Nothing on the sides that look like a control panel either. I can safely deduce that this indeed is a cell. My stomach rumbles and I suddenly notice I really need to empty my bladder. Great timing. What should I do now? We could pick the lock with... Oh, I thought there was juicy. Well, let's pick the lock. Let's see if I can get this door to budge. Candace taught me a trick or two when it comes to picking locks. That is, if the door even has a lock. I bend down to my knees, expecting the rim of the door is oval all the way around, except at the bottom where it's straight. I don't see any light coming from the cracks. They seem airtight. I touch the metal walls with my fingertips, tracing the door and trying to find any weak parts. Eventually, I find a small crack in between the door and the wall. It's minuscule, but it does mean I can perhaps open it. My index finger glows thread sprouts off from the tip, shooting straight at the crack. I painfully feel the movements of the thread as I control it, forcing it to go down. Hopefully I can find a locking mechanism. I close my eyes, focusing on the thread as it wiggles down. Then it hits something solid. A lock perhaps. My thread wraps around it, feeling it out as much as I can. It goes over several pins and prongs and I found the latch, which is really large. However, despite never encountering this lock before, it shares something similar with the other ones I've trained on. I prod and poke at it from every angle, moving parts whenever I can with my thread. It takes me a while to scoop out the entire mechanism, but when I've got a good grasp on it, I start to move the prongs. My stomach continues to growl. I'm so hungry. I wish I had something to drink. Oh, the latch moved. I press my face against the door and I can hear the latch moving around as the thread finally pushes it back. Great. Now I got the latch off. Now I need to actually open this door. Does it open inward or outwards? Or perhaps it's a sliding door? I use my hands to push, but it doesn't budge. Alright. The cell door, would it open outwards? And I push it to the side, away from the lock. Yes, I can feel it moving. I push the oval door open all the way. Good shit. I enter a narrow and long hallway. It's a lot brighter than the cell with white walls instead of metallic ones. I need to find an exit, but I should be careful. I may run into someone. Should I go left or right? I feel my feet take a left, and I stick to the walls as I quietly my feet take a left, and I stick to the walls as I walk as quietly as possible, trying not to make a sound. I finally reach the door at the end. Wait, no, that's not a door, that's a window. But it's dark outside. That can't be right. My cell phone time says it's 14:34. It should be broad daylight. I press my face against a circular window, looking out into the vast darkness. Which is when I finally notice the twinkling of stars and a large blue orb hanging in the middle. I swallow loudly as I come to realization that I'm not in Tailor anymore. I'm not even on Earth. I'm in space, on a real spaceship. Holy fuck. Crafty. Who that with the deep voice? He said, says a deep voice behind me. I shriek in a panic and whirl around, holding my arms up in defensive position. Oh, this one is full suit. I only like James for it. Nah, I ain't gonna say all that. He cool looking. The same man that kidnapped me stands before me, staring down at me with those dark eyes. He's wearing that black costume, except it's all fixed and brand new. There's even a pauldron adorning his shoulders. It must be the armor, now that I think about it. He takes a step closer, and I take a step back. Now trapped in between him and the window to space. I'm feeling claustrophobic. However, as much as I applaud your resourcefulness, it won't do you any good to escape, he says in a low voice. Then he turns around on his heels, walking away from me. Come Earthling, you must eat. He doesn't wait, nor does he force me to go with him. I see his back shrinking into the distance as he walks away down the hallway. What am I supposed to do? He's right. I can't escape. Where would I escape to? We're in space. You need to find a escape pod. I know he got one. Because little ships were coming out of it. So you need to find the little ships where they at, and dip. I think that's the best way. I fiercely bite on my lip and growl under my breath as I follow him down the hallway. There's a particular look of confusion on my face as I enter a large room with white tables and small chairs. Oh, these red niggas. I see others, the same red-skinned men from before, but they're eating something. Are they aliens? They look really. What the fuck? They look like really tall lizards. I don't know how the fuck they look. Let me get my water. Can they really be aliens if I can understand what they're saying? The man spoke English before. As soon as they notice my presence, all eyes are on me. There must be 40 of them in this room. This is so scary. What are they doing to me? What are they going to do to me? Why am I here? The black-haired man or alien, I'm unsure what to refer to him as, points to an empty seat at the table. Sit down, he commands. I don't want to. I want to know what the hell is going on. Who are you? I bark at him. Why am I here? Where are you taking me? Oh, she's got a fine mouth. Hey, yo, I don't like this one. Says one of the lizard men. The alien man shoots a cold look. You will address me as Prince James or Captain James from now on, he says. I narrow my eyes at him. A prince? James? I repeat. That's Captain James. Get it right. He yells out to, shut your bitch ass up. I'm getting sick of these niggas already. No, and you will eat, he says gruffly before throwing a plate onto the table. I don't even know what's on this plate. It looks like brown mush. Not until you tell me what I'm doing here. You just took me by force. I don't know what's going on. I should bluff my way out. I have no leg room to stand. But I have to do what it takes to get home. He says he's some kind of prince. Maybe status is something important to him. Perhaps I can appeal to that side. You will eat, he says, raising his voice. People are out there looking for me, you know, I say. And when they know I'm gone, they'll come for me. You'll be sorry when they find me. I hope I sound convincing. James only raises his eyebrows slightly, but then his expression remains the same.
Huh?
And who is it that will be trying to find you? He asks. Are you lying? I'm a princess. I lied. I stare at him in the eye, hoping to God he won't see me shaking. If he thinks I'm a princess, maybe he'll let me go to make me look bigger than I really am. I don't have any other bargaining chips. No way I can overpower 40-something aliens in the middle of fucking space. The desired effect, however, is far from what happens in reality. Are these niggas laughing at me? Okay. I got beef with y'all too. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Fuck y'all niggas. The aliens all laugh out loud. A princess? A princess? One of those shots. Captain got lucky. Lord Bartress is pleased, says another. We got an earthling princess. Impending doom dawns on me. I realize I just dug my own grave. That backfired immediately. Yeah, why would you make yourself more valuable, bro? Like, you goofy, bro. Now this nigga evil grinning. It kinda hit that. But no, now this nigga evil grinning. Now he like, oh, you a princess, huh? I'm finna set you up for marriage. Nigga, you marry me. We're fucked. James' expression finally changes. It looks pulled up back into a smug thing. A princess, you say? You're fucked. You just fucked up. Why couldn't I get a choice to pick? Like, come on now. I go, that was the wrong move. Now they think they caught something of importance and definitely not let me go. Well, shit. You want to stay in space with this nigga because obviously you did that for that reason, bro. My face pales as James advances on me. He threatening stands up close to me, arms crossed at his chest. Not gonna lie, fuck these niggas. We going fierce. I'm getting tired of this shit. Touch me or you'll die, I threaten. James tilts his head to the side, his expression remaining unchanged. You're really a feisty, aren't you? No, my man. We can't do that. We can't do that. We don't like him. We gotta remember that. You gotta remember that. Alright. I stay my ground. I glare at him. I wonder how long it'll take to crack that spirit of yours. Oh, hell no. James suddenly moves to grab my wrist, forcing me to get closer to him. Because, make no mistake, Earthling Princess, here you are my prisoner. His voice peers right through me. A chill running down my spine. I stare down at the floor with my heart beating out of control. I've got no more cards left to play. James pulls back and walks past me. Get some food and water in her. Then send her to my quarters. He commands the order. Others. I said orders. Then he briskly walks away. I'm left in my room full of the aliens. I'm scared. What's going to happen to me?
Huh?
Princess, over here. One of them calls out to me. I pass down on the seat next to him. Nigga, I don't fuck with you. You just started laughing at me. Huh. Weird. You can sit next to me. I don't bite. Oh, next to me. Don't bite. He says as he grins at me. They look so bizarre. Definitely more alien-like than brute. Reptile-like skin. Teeth that could possibly devour me. All of them are wearing the same kind of outfit as each other. They're part of a troop. Sorry, we fucking met the freezing force in this shit, dude. Which is when it dawned on me that they are a troop, referring to the other ones as their captain.
Yeah.
Princess, come. He calls out to me after noticing I've been standing still for a while. Cautiously, I sit down next to the lizard man. All eyes on me is suffocating. You must eat. It has been a long time. Drink too. The alien offers me a bowl of water. This person seems to be nicer than the brute. Perhaps they can help me out with some questions I've been dying to ask. Where am I at? Vartis 6th Division Fleet. He replies proudly. Where are we going? Back to Yol. Yol? Yol. Yeah. Let's see. Yol, a hot desert-like planet. Oh my god. That shit ass. Y'all couldn't have a... Wow. Inhabited by a species with scales called Gato. Water is very scarce. Oh, we're fucked. Oh, I don't want to go back. Why did you take me? Not know. Not know? Nigga, you mean you don't know? What the hell? Alright, I'm gonna just say it how he said it. Not know. Captain James brought you back. Spoils of war. I shudder. Am I spoils of war? Was this an act of war? Why did you come to Earth? Yeah. Princess asks many questions. He suddenly sounds... you know what he remind me of? Remind me how fucking Starfire speak. Princess asks many questions. He's actually no, Starfire speaks way better than this motherfucker. God damn, cause like shit. He suddenly sounds less than enthusiastic. I bite down on my lip, thinking over the options. It's clear to me that I don't have any options. I can't go down busting out of here and fly off into space. I really am a prisoner. My future is looking incredibly bleak. A couple of days ago, alien life forms were very confirmed, yet here I am in a spaceship flying to some planet named Yol. Well, when we arrive to this Yol, what will happen to me? The alien shrugging shoulders. Do not know. Do not know, he repeats at Captain James. Frustrated, I decide to stay silent and look down at the table. The plate in front of me has something on it, and I don't recognize it. It's just like a pile of dung, not appetizing in the least, not to mention it could just as well be poison. The man offers me a small bowl with clear liquid inside. Drink, princess, drink. I can't even... Can I even drink it? Of course, all water is the same. Water is life. Now drink. I can't deny that I'm incredibly thirsty. My thirst overrides my brain. I'll take the bowl and chug it down. It's really water. I finished it in one gulp. He seems happy. Good. Now try to eat. He offers me a weird spoon-like utensil. I don't know if it's good for me, but I guess I don't have much of a choice. I take an odd spoon-shaped object and dip it into the pile of mush. It's gooey and looks gross. I put a small amount in my mouth, expecting it to taste horribly. Except, it doesn't taste like much at all. It's in fact tasteless. It's really all soft, mushy in texture. I hope this won't kill me. I swallow. Good. Finish up. Then go to Captain. What I want is a damn bathroom. You should have asked, bro, that. After I forced myself to wolf down the tasteless food, I'm taken to a different room. The room is smaller than the one I was in before, which makes sense as if it was like 40 people in it. There's a desk in front of the wall with small lockers. There's no further decoration. My kidnapper sits in a odd-looking chair at the desk. He motions for my guard to go away. That'll be all, he says. Yes, Captain. The man who's helped me before disappears from the room. I'm alone with the captain. I kind of want to pee myself. Silence fills the room. James isn't even looking at me. He's doing something on the weird electronic device that looks like a tablet. He's ignoring me. What's going to happen to me now? I just want to go back to Earth, but it seems we're going to some planet named Yol. I should try to bargain for my life. I don't want to be sold. It's some kind of alien slavery trading scheme. What are you planning to do to me? I finally asked him. Jay makes no indication he's listening. Why did you take me? Why did you come to Earth? How come I can understand you? I fire off question after question. He can't ignore me forever. James sighs and places down his device on the desk. He then gives me a dull look. You ask too many questions, Earthling Princess. He said, echoing what the other person said before. He's still referring to me as a princess, so I guess royalty does carry some weight with him. To indulge you on the last question, however, James taps his finger on the tip of his pointy ears. The Babblish device was implanted that translates the universe's language for you in your mind. I clamped on my mouth shut. There's a device that can do that. They must have done this while I was unconscious. No wonder my ears sting. Wait, why am I so surprised? They've been talking in English this entire time. They're supposed to be aliens. Of course, something allowed them to talk like this. Not to mention, I literally live in a planet where people are born with the strangest abilities. Then he leans his elbow onto the desk, folding his fingers over each other, looking at me thoughtfully. His gaze sends chills to my spine. So, a princess, you say? I break out into a cold sweat. I really need to keep this lie alive, lest he causes me bodily harm when he finds out I'm lying my pants off. Yes, I confirm. I stand there waiting for him to continue, but he goes right back to playing on that device again. I wonder if I could get away with murdering him while his attention is divided. But then what? I'm still stuck in space, and there's a whole troop of aliens who presumably would simply either kill me or lock me up. Seeing no other option, I decided to be obedient for now. But damn, I really need to pee. My body is about to burst. I fidget on the spot, getting increasingly more uncomfortable. I start. Is there a toilet here or something? James looks up at me with a bored expression. I cannot focus with your voice in the background. You will speak with focusing. Ain't that some shit, nigga? I gotta go. Then he returns and moving his fingers across the tablet-like device. I grow annoyed. He wants me to come to this stupid room and tells me to shut up. He kidnaps me against my will, and I'm stuck in the middle of fucking space, and he ignores me. I'm about to crack. Yeah, we going fair. I grip my teeth, taking a step forward to his desk, slamming my hand down and forcing him to face me. I will pee all over your desk if you don't offer me a way to relieve myself right now. James' eyebrows twitch. He looks annoyed. Good. He better be annoyed. He can't ignore me like this. This is my last act of bravery before I really do soil myself. I'm playing a dangerous game, but as unknown territory, I'm yelling into the face of my captor. For all I know, he could literally murder me on the spot. I've seen history. I've seen what he did to Cal. And I've seen him burst through walls. However, so far, he's given me food and water, and I haven't been hurt yet. I've taken a large breath to prepare myself. I can deduce that if you were giving me water and food, it also means you provide me a way to relieve myself. Unless, of course, an alien such as yourself doesn't pee, then let me inform you that humans need to get rid of their waste. So you better let me do it now before I do it here. James runs a hand through his black hair, pushing it away from his face. He closes his eyes and sighs deeply, putting away his device. No need to threaten me with your bodily fluids here. Our princess, there is a perfectly adequate stall in your chambers. There was nothing in that room besides a bed. I respond, taking my hand off the desk. Seems you're not observant enough, he says, smirking inside. He gets up from the desk and walks towards the far end of the wall. There's an oval door right there, the same one as my cell. He stands directly in front of it and taps his heel against the floor. The door slides open in an instant. Wait, is that how you open doors? Just simple kicking of your heel against the floor? That's what I had to do to open the cell before? I feel stupid now. James returns his gaze at me. An irritated expression on his face as he's annoyed he has to deal with me. Are you going to continue to stay there, caulking until you soil yourself, or are you going to use the waste facilities? I huff loudly and march towards him, entering the small room. The door automatically closes behind me. At least I have some privacy. There's a hole in the floor leading to a bowl, which I guess was what I'm supposed to use. I crouch down and quickly do my business. Finally. When I'm done, I realize there's no toilet paper or anything, so I'll just suck it up and rinse my. Immediately, the hole opens up completely, and a tremendous amount of vacuum power sucks out everything inside. Well, that was scary. The door opens with James waiting on the other side. Don't linger, he said. I hope as I compose myself and exit the small bathroom. James walks away and then leans against the edge of his desk, crossing his arms over his muscular chest. He cocks his head to the side.
Ah.
Now, let's get down to business. Okay. Let's change the fit. I ain't gonna hold you. I know you got some space suit. We gonna go in theme. I need to see what I got actually. Yeah, I'll take that check. I don't know what to keep going. Oh, they do got an office. You know, we gonna be a princess. Fucking. What else? There we go. There we go. It's our princess fit. I'm staring at the face of my captor, my knees shaking. What have I got myself into? James remains static and motionless, arms crossed over his chest, in a threatening manner as he leans against the edge of the desk. I don't know what he's thinking at all. Then finally, after eyeing me all this time, James makes his move. He pushes himself away from the desk, standing even closer to me with his tall stature. I gulp loudly, my mind formulating a million escape plans, including one where I just shoot myself out into space with a self-made spacesuit, but I quickly scratch that idea. My heart starts racing when he unfolds his arm, grabbing the odd belt buckle with his hand and unfastening them. He removes it. Huh? Wait. What is he planning on doing? Oh, hell no, what's he doing? Hey, dude, don't look at me. Bro, I am locked in. I'm locked in on the story. You need a story.
You like it?
Yep. Slowly, I back away from him as he starts to slip out of his suit, removing the upper half. This is the end for me. Am I going to become some sort of sex slave to an alien? Out of all things that I thought would eventually cause my demise, being turned into a sex slave by an alien was nowhere near being on that list. James grunts as he stands in front of me. His bare chest. That's bare minimum. Damn. Bare minimum. Bare chest in full view. His body is so much like a human. I forgot he's technically an alien. He's so damn rich. I'm surprised the suit of armor can contain all those muscles. Why are you bro? You are a glazing man that we don't like, bro. Lock in. Then I noticed something. The burns. The ones we sustained back on Earth during the battle, they're gone. His skin is in pristine condition, with the exception of a couple of old scars and the stitches that are left behind. But even that, the particular wound is super mild and rapidly healing. Great. Aliens have super healing capabilities. That means even if I were to harm him to escape, it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna put a dent in him. This treatment of my wound, was that your doing? Was it not? That was your doing, was it not? Well, it's not like I can deny it at this point. I hesitantly nod my head. Speak up, Earthling princess. He says in a commanding voice that makes my hairs on the back of my neck stand up straight. Yes, I speak out. Does he not understand the gesture of a nod? I have not yet seen this kind of technique. Do all Earthlings possess the ability to treat wounds like this? No. Then is it a skill only royals such as you can learn? He asked, narrowing his eyes at me. Right, I suppose to be royalty, however, I'm not inclined to give him too much information at all. I don't want him to know about my abilities as far as I can help him. Yes, I lied. Very well then. You may return to your chambers now. James put his suit back on, as if he's just finished business meeting. Then he sits down on his desk. He still got his poker face on. I can't tell what he's thinking or scheming. What do you plan to do to me? I ask out loud, unable to live without this uncertainty. His chilly eyes look up at me, and I feel ruthlessness. They feel ruthlessness, devoid of any emotion. To present you to Lord Vartus, he answers coldly. Vartus? There's that name again. One of the other aliens mentioned it before. Is it their king, his father perhaps? Am I being offered to a golden plate? On a golden plate to some strange alien far away from Earth? I want to scream and protest, but I try to keep a level head. I won't gain anything from throwing a temper tantrum in space. We gonna go kind. Fuck it. Let me go back to Earth, bro. Please, let me go back to Earth. I plead with him. James' eyes don't even blink as he looks down on his tablet and ignores me completely. Please, I repeat. A little bit more desperately, I have a brother. I can't abandon him. His eye flicker back up at me. He interlaces his finger together and he leans his chin out on top of his hands. It feels so menacing, so powerful. I know I won't be able to overpower him at all. I can't do anything but plead for my life. It seems this brother of yours isn't as concerned with your well-being as you are of his. He draws out slowly. Of course he is. I fire back at him. Khalil must be worried sick about me, stressing about my kidnapping. He's figuring out a way to save me right now at this moment, I say confidently. There has been no attempt made to follow our ship. Earth doesn't seem to have the technology for space travel. You, my dear princess, have been abandoned by your people. Oh, he talking shit. Okay. Okay, motherfucker, fuck you. I feel myself choking on my own words. I'm cornered now, truly. We can fly to Mars, but the capacity and advanced technology I've witnessed is no match for the current technology. No one is coming to get you, James. Voice feels like venom. A dose of reality check I needed. I'm in space, kidnapped by aliens, and no one is going to come and save me. They simply can't. Not even Khalil, who is a genius in his own right. I can't find a way to cross space and teleport beside me. I'm on my own. You will go to the planet Yule and you'll be a gift to Lord Vartus. That is final. A gift? The spirit and anxiety wells up inside me. Oh, shit. As I'm starting to accept the reality of my situation, I'm not going back home. Jane leans in his chair and then taps his finger on the tablet on the desk. Come get the Earthling princess. He can. The tablet beeps on the door on the side, and the room's slides open. One of the armored platoon soldiers walks beside me. Oh, not this motherfucker. Fuck that buff ass nigga. Captain James. Alien salutes to him. James lightly flicks his hand towards the exit. Get her out of my sight. Fuck this nigga. The soldier roughly takes my upper arm and yanks me towards the door. Hey, I protest. The soldier ignores me and I'm thrown out of the captain's quarters. You ain't gotta do me like that, nigga. I can walk by my damn self. As I'm being forcibly dragged around by this brute, I see the other aliens walk about the ship. Most of them seem to be training. Can't believe we lost Eluk and... What? Hold on. Eluka and Martika, the soldier mothers. I raise my eyebrows at him. Is he talking to me? He yanks hard on my arm and I yelp out in pain. We only got this stupid princess. The soldier shakes his head. When we arrive at the door, he gonna get hit. That's why your niggas died. Bitch ass nigga. Yeah. That's why your homies died. You only one left. Don't take your anger out on me. Because they weren't strong enough, nigga. Lord Vartus won't be happy about this. He won't. Why is he repeating that? The soldier shakes his head once more. He taps his heel against the panel on the ground and the door slides open. It's my holding cell. With his tiny eyes, he looks at me, expecting me to go inside, but I haven't budged. Are you really going to keep me locked up all this time? I asked. The soldier hustled loudly. Inside, he chastises me. Afraid he might rough me up, I quickly step inside the cell. The door immediately closes behind me. Kelly, Kane, and Kim. How are they doing? Are they searching for me right now? Is Kane even alive? Did that brute kill Kane? I shake my head. No, I refuse to believe anything happened to Kane. Kane got out, I'm sure. I pace back and forth on the panel and on the floor. Each time I step on it, I expect the door to open, but this time it's truly locked. Breaking out of here would serve no purpose, though. It's not like I have anywhere to escape. I have to be careful about what's going on, what I'm going to do. I need to scope things out first. There's so many things I need to think about. First, I need to determine whether or not an escape shuttle of some sort of kind exists on the ship. Yep. Then how long it'll take for our journey to end before we reach this planet Yule. When I've got the time frame, I can plan my escape. Type shit. If there are no escape shuttles, that's my last resort. Then my last resort will be to threaten the captain. My mind flashes back to the moment where he slung me over his shoulder and flew through the underground base up in the air. That alien. He's sure strong. I definitely won't be able to overpower him with sheer force. I have to be clever. I have to set a trap. I'm going to have to come up with a plan, either to subdue it or kill the captain. Not gonna lie, she can do something. If that nigga, bro, she could put a thread through this nigga ear. Because it can pierce through anything. Get that. You can, actually, nigga, you can put that shit through his brain and or fuck up. Well, we don't know what his heart is because he's an alien. Yeah. I'd rather go for brain or ear. Let's see what that do. I ain't gonna hold you. It's very cold here, too. I'm huddled in the corner of the makeshift bed, racking my brain with plans and the ideas to escape the spaceship. I realize I can't do much when I'm still left in the dark about a lot of things. First, I need to know how big the ship is, and perhaps if there are any escape shuttles that could bring me back to Earth. To be able to explore, I need my freedom. I need to get out of this cell and explore the ship. Not gonna lie, you can pick it again. We know how to do that shit. It's dangerous, but I can't expect them to give me free reign when I officially deep in spoils of war. I need to make matters in my own hand. I crack my neck and stretch out my hand as I look in the door. This time to do it. So the thread sprouts from my fingertips, growing longer and longer. It slips in the crack of the door and wall. Due to the vibrations, I can, as it were, feel through my thread and guiding me explore the inner workings of the door maintenance. I can do this. I just need to focus. Door slides open. I finally unlock it. Quickly, I stick my head out, left to right hallway. I don't spot a soul. All right, time to explore. Turn on my heel and go the opposite way I came from, hoping this will lead me to something good. I walk down the hallway, coming to a split. Before I can make any decision, though, I run into one of the lizards. Fuck! God damn it, bro! Not this bitch ass nigga. He's like, how'd you get up? Go back to yourself. I'm a bit startled. He shakes his head and glares at me. Huh? Earthling, what are you doing now? He roughly grabs me by the arm. I cry in pain. He squeezes my arm hard enough that I think my bones are in my arms will shatter. You come with me to answer Captain Jack. You fucking snitch. Fuck you, nigga. He gazed at me along with him. Fuck. I shoved into the same room I was in before. I lose my footing before I forcibly push and collapse on the floor. Huh. Captain, she was running off. Captain James is still at his desk, as if he hadn't moved since the last time I saw him. The captain stands up from the desk and makes his way over to me. Each step echoing in the middle room. Is he going to punish me for breaking free? I look up at him. My body's shaking, but my eyes are unwilling to let him see how afraid I am of him, so I hold my gaze. Maybe it's a good thing he brought me to the captain. Now I can perhaps open a dialogue with him and bargain for my freedom to roam the ship. You have an uncanny talent for breaking out of holding cells. He crouches down to my level, staring at me with menacing eyes. Then his hand shoots out and he roughly grabs my chin, forcing me to look up at him. His grip tightens and I'm starting to realize that everyone on the ship is most likely able to shatter my bones if they so wish. The touch of his hands against my skin makes me feel sick. Does this earthling princess have a death wish? I say no. I say nothing. Wisely holding my tongue this time. The fighting spirit inside of me is shining through my glare. I'm unable to look away. James breaks my gaze, his dark eyes flickering somewhere else as he looks over my chin. He slowly gets up and then addresses the red soldier. Tire of this time. Fuck! Then stationing someone at her cell. Damn! My eyes grow wide. No, I yell out as I get up. My vision blurs immediately and my thoughts are rattled. I'm left wobbling on my feet, struggling to stay upright. I have no idea what just happened until I finally start feeling the sting behind. Pain on my cheek. That motherfucker slapped me? Oh my goodness, bro. Oh, you big motherfucking bitch, bro. Come on, give me an option to insult him, bro. Please, bro. Cause you is not down bad for this character. You had to slap me. I didn't even do nothing. With your bitch ass. Ooh, alright, let me lock in, because I'm getting mad. My fingers touch my glowing red cheek. I got hit by a soldier. Holy hell, this doesn't hurt. James folded his arms across his chest. Obviously not abused by my outbursts. I need to bargain for my ability to explore the premises. There's no other way. It seems you may have no sense of self-preservation. Perhaps our things are just eager to meet their demise. The soldier stares at me with these despisable, beady little eyes. I'm already imagining how I will slice his throat with my thread. Yeah, you need to kill that motherfucker first. James then turns around, showing his back to me as he walks back towards the desk. Well, state what you want to say.
Huh?
Captain. Shut your bitch ass up. Damn. I want to roam free, I say. James stops walking. The room grows quiet. Free, you say. He repeats slowly. I know I'm not going anywhere. We're in space after all, but I'll go crazy if you keep me locked up in that room. I look down at the floor and trying to swallow my pride. The sting on the cheek still hurts. So please, with your permission, let me wander around. I won't cause any trouble. I grit my teeth. The soldier next to me starts to laugh out loud. Earthlings are funny. James finally turns around to face us again. Earthling princess, perhaps I need to educate you on the art of the deal. When one desires something from another, you must be able to strike an offer in return. Well, what the fuck you want from me? James cocks his head to the side. What does the earthling like? You have to bargain for your freedom to roam in this vessel. I swallow. I don't have anything to bargain with. I only have my body and my talent. I'm definitely not going to offer my body to him. So all that leaves me is with thread. I'd rather not reveal what I can do, but it seems it's my only choice. I can show you how I close that wound for you. Please let that be a suitable enough to offer. Can you check Twitch real quick? I heard a notification. Bro, I might have to fix it right after. Oh, you did say that. It was a nothing? Okay. Brains, okay. Okay, I did it right there. Good, right. No, you good. James called out. The soldier stands straight. Yes, Captain? Assign one of the lower ranks to guard and guide the Earthling Princess at all times. Make sure to deliver a full report at the end of each day. Captain, he reports. My eyes have stopped blinking. I can't believe my luck. He's agreeing to my request. I can't help but suddenly let out a breath of relief. James notices my oblivious change of demeanor, and he approaches me all of a sudden. He sizes me up, glaring down at me with those dark eyes.
I'm the best. Oh, I'm the best. I'm the one that recommended the story. I can't stay since I'm on break at work.
Damn.
I'm so glad you're doing this.
Alright, tell him I appreciate his comment. I mean, their comment.
Look at this on YouTube.
Oh yeah, cause I'm thinking it's the dude that couldn't hear me. My bad. Hey, appreciate your comment, bro. Yeah, I'm doing it because of you, gang. So, what you need to do after work is, I know you played it, but you gotta hear my commentary. That shit fire, right? You know which parts you want to see me react to, bro. So go ahead. And have a good break, money. I hope you better eat something good. Like,
Have a good day.
we gonna do a little dashy segment. You know how you think? You better have a bag of chips, some Cheetos, a little drink. Go ahead and get you a Arizona from the vending machine and do that. Oh God. For a second, I thought how muscular this alien is. I can snap in half with very little effort. However, mark me. One suspicious activity and I will hang you. Oh my God. I will hang you outside the ship and the rest of the way. Oh my God. He turns on his heel and briskly walks away. Oh, this nigga crazy. This nigga crazy, man. What the fuck? Dismiss. Take the herb thing and find someone else that will babysit her. Yes, Captain. A sudden yank on my arm brings me back to reality. I'm forcibly removed from the room. There are a few soldiers sharing a meal, but they all look up when I enter the area. Eok. The soldier blares loudly. A small soldier jumps from the seat and comes running towards us. Yes, Giroy? No, we don't call him Giroy. Oh, it's the same one that gave me some water to drink on the first day. Captain wants you to guard and guide the earthling. Take her for a walk. Make sure to report all of her activities. A walk? What's walk for? I don't care. Just let her walk around. Stay with her. Don't let her go near the engine room. Off limits. Engine room. I definitely need to check out that place. Sounds important. Every day. Every day. Yes, Giroy. Giroy glares at me as he releases my arm. Any funny business, I'll eat your head. He threatens. Giroy finally disappears from the room. Giroy not mean that. Giroy not eat earthlings. I can't, bro. I cannot take how he talks seriously, bro. In a high pitched voice. It seems the soldier has a low ranking than the rest, but he seems a lot friendlier. Maybe I can be persuasive and get him to show me around the entire ship. Eroy, is that your name? I asked. Eroy smiles at me. Yes. Alright. Well, Eroy, do you think you can give me a tour of the ship? A tour? Yes, I can. He rarely jumps up next to me and urges me to start moving forward. Go, he rushes eagerly. We head out together. Hold on. We head out of the room together. Within an hour, I witnessed pretty much the entire ship, or fleet, as Eeyore likes to call it. It's not that big. My cell seems to be on the same floor as the sleeping quarters of the rest of the crew. Then there's a common room where I came from, where everyone eats their food. I also entered the observatory room, which had a few weird machines lying about that didn't look familiar to me. The engine room and bridge were off limits, though Eeyore did point out to me how to get there. That's the fleet, he says Eeyore with a big smile. It was pretty short to where I did not see any rooms that had an escape shuttle or anything close to it, unless those are hidden in the engine room. I need to gain more information. So Eeyore, who is Vartis? Is my first question. Lord Vartis, our king, planet Yule. He saved planet from death, he explains. King. Must be Jane's father then. They're probably both crazy and power hungry. And why did you attack Earth? Eeyore looks down towards the floor, suddenly growing silent. Yoke not dead, but Yoke not alive. Yoke need water. Water? Is that why you came to Earth? But what about me? Why am I being taken? Eeyore firstly shakes his head. Said too much. Must rest now. Go to the room. Eeyore points to the door of my cell. I guess those are all the answers I'm getting for today. Okay, thank you for showing me around, I say. Eeyore brightens up with a smile. He seems easily pleased. So my escape pod plan is a no-go. I'm stuck on the spaceship. And they ain't got no escape pod? Damn. Spaceship is, I somehow need to turn it back around to Earth. I'm going to have to take the captain hostage and threaten his life, so they will turn around and send me back to Earth. But he's strong. He's not only has the ability to fly, but as far as I know, he's pretty much ran his way through several floors of my house. How can I get past someone like that? I'm no hero. I've never had to fight before. He could easily overpower me with brute strength alone. I need something a little more clever. If I can somehow get close enough to him to pierce his skin with my thread, I should be able to pinpoint his heart. Oh, okay. Alright, good. I'll be able to threaten his life. Then I'll be in a position to make demands in return to get me back to Earth. But wait, he's an alien. Do aliens even have hearts? While I have a super sharp eyesight, I do exactly have superhero. I don't exactly have superhero. I wouldn't know if he had a heart or not. I scoffed to myself. Well, he's certainly heartless in a figurative sense. I can't remember him looking all too different from a normal human body when I was dressing his wounds, but it's not like I paid attention whether or not his heart is still beating. What if he does have a heart? It's in a totally different place, like somewhere near his stomach. I'm gonna have to find out where his heart is before I attempt to stab. To do that, I need to get physically close to my abductor and hope he doesn't kill me on the spot. No shit. Chapter 4. I really awakened when someone grabbed my arm. In a panic, I scream out loud and hit whoever is holding me.
Ah.
Princess, he yells, "It's me! It's me! It's me!" Alright, let me lock in, bro. Alright, I retrieve my hand, realizing I just hit a soldier in my confused state. Oh no, what will he do to me? I just moved this right over. I'm so sorry, Eroy. I quickly apologize. I was startled. I didn't mean to hit you. Eroy then smiles. It's okay. Earthling Princess, Eroy can forgive you. I sigh in relief. I need to make sure I'm on this soldier's good side. Gory does not. Eeyore grumbles under his breath. Geroid is that big soldier, right? I asked. Geroid is commander. He not forgive easy. He shakes. I fucked that up. Alright, it seems rank matters a lot among these soldiers. From what I've gathered, James ranks highest as captain, which is then followed by Geroid. What does that make you, Eeyore? Eeyore scum. Damn. That makes him one of the lowest ranks. Still not a bad idea to have him on my side if I keep acting nice to him. Captain James wants to see you, he says. Oh, wait. Does he want me to see me for my ability? Eeyore leads me out of the cell. As we walk down the hallway, I see a meteoroid flash past us outside the window. Wow. That almost hit us, I say in a frightening voice. That was super close. Eeyore snickers at my response. We safe. Ship that has shields. Small rocks do not hurt. What about big rocks, though? I asked wearily. Eeyore shrugged as if he didn't have an answer either. Small meteoroids continue to flash past the window. Knowing it's safe, I think it's kind of pretty to look at. They leave streaks of debris behind. I'm sure back on Earth this would have looked like falling stars. We enter the captain's quarters. I can always feel my heart beat faster whenever I step foot inside of his cold room. James is behind his desk as usual, not even bothering to look up and acknowledge us. Captain, bring the Earthling Princess, Eeyore announces us. James finally bothers to look up as he waves his hand at Eeyore, dismissing him. He quickly walks out, leaving me alone with this triumph. I fiddle around with my fingers, anxiously and nervous. What does he really want from me? Am I really able to kill him? I need to get close to him. Why am I here? I decide. Have you forgotten your own bargain already? He clicks his tongue at me. He gets up from his chair and leans against the edge of the desk. You were going to show me how you treated my wounds. Today is your chance. Now, I wasn't prepared for this at all. Did I stutter, Princess? His voice is sultry and dark. I shake my head no. I look around. I'm going to have to show him my power after all, but I also need to get close to him. I need to find out his weak point. I need a test subject, I point out. I can't close a wound that doesn't exist. Jane pushes himself away from the desk, gaining distance on me. Each step he takes makes me quiver in response. I don't know what his end game is. Is he going to hurt me? Then I realized the gravity of my own words. I said I need a wound. Is he going to create one for me? Oh no, I didn't think this through. When he raises his hand, my heart stops beating. He's totally going to. Instead, he carefully rolls up his sleeve on his arm. Then, in the blink of an eye, he makes a swiping motion with his other hand, and vivid red line appears on the surface of his bare skin. He cut himself on the arm and didn't even wince. I breathed out a sigh in relief. Show me, he commands. At least he didn't hurt me. Alright, perhaps I can find out where his heart is in the right place as a human. Any inconspicuous movements, and I won't hesitate to kill you on the spot. Do you understand? He growls. I gulp and quickly nod at him. Do you understand? He repeats in a moving voice. My eyes widen. I said yes. He narrows his eyes at me, finding me suspicious. I have a very keen sense of hearing. Do not mock my hearing and lie to me. Next time, it'll be you who will be cut. Wait, is this the same as before? When he didn't realize I nodded. Do you? I find this awkward to ask. Do you know body language like a nod? I nod my head. I have no intention of studying your erratic earthling behavior, he's called. What silly things you do with your head is your business. But I possess a tongue and the ability to speak. You best be using it. Okay then, he definitely doesn't know a human body language. Well, humans can speak through gestures. A nod is a yes. Shaking. Suddenly he's in front of me. I can find in my personal space. Blood trickles down the arm as he splatters on the metal floor. Fuck this. Hold on. Water. There we go. He's as intimidating as ever. Yeah, that shit. Ooh, I'm off the job. I do not have the time to listen to you. Show me how you treated my wounds. He snarls at me. He's so impatient. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to do this. Let's find out where his heart is. I don't know, because he might kill me if I do that. We gonna hit him with a kind, because if we touch him, he gonna be like, what could you touch me for, bitch? We gonna go to the nice route. I'm gonna have to ask him, alright. I have to make sure I don't hurt any important organs. Where's your heart at? Do you require medical knowledge of my species, you mean? He asks. Even better. Yes. That didn't seem to stop you when you treated me before, he points out. Well, he's not wrong, didn't it? How I wish I simply let him crash before, then this would have never happened. Now, stop dawdling and show me your skills. Damn. Commands. Clearly running out of patience. I go up and finally step forward. Thin thread appears to my index finger, and I guide it towards his arm, piercing his skin. James doesn't even flinch. As I stitch his wound closed, I'm trying to come up with another way to find out where his heart is. If he won't tell me, I'm going to have to find out myself. Suddenly, the whole room shakes with a violent crackle, sending me off balance. My entire body crashes into James, and we're both sent flying towards the ground. We getting the scene? Ah! Talk shit. I fuck with it. Hey, hold on. Hey, you got it. I'm re-seeing it. It's been like 3 months since I...
Oh, okay, because I like to say it here.
You good? No, you good. You good.
I saw it. I'm dead. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That's my fault, though. That's my fault, though. I can admit to that. That's my fault, though. Players fuck up.
Alright, let me lock in. The fall is cushioned by James' body with my face squished against his chest. I press my hand against his suit. to lift my head away from him. Before I could think about it, just happened. What just happened? I realized I could feel his heartbeat. Oh, his heart is right there. Wait, I expected to feel a thump beneath my hand. Instead, I feel something else. It's like a rhythm, subtle and steady, almost like a drum playing to a beat, like a melody. The room makes a eerie metal sound and shake once more. I looked down at James, whose facial expression finally changed to something mildly interpreted. What's going on? As I want to panic. Collision with a meteoroid most likely crumbles. Wait, that sounds rather serious. I thought the ship had a shield. Aren't you going to die? I don't even know what happened. Electricity went. James went all super devil on me. His hair is trying to stand up. Holy shit! That's utterly terrifying. The stuff of nightmares. I quickly break the thread connecting us. Will you kindly shut your mouth hole before I rip your tongue out? James, wait. Suddenly I'm floating. I don't feel my weight anymore. James curses in an unknown language beneath his breath as he floats in the air along with me. So we floating together? What's going on? I wave my arms and kick my legs into the air. Only I can't change my direction at all. There's no more gravity. We're floating, I cry out. Oh no, the ship is breaking. With nothing to hold on to, my body starts spinning around. It's only making me dizzy and I start to lose sense of direction. My own hair is sticking out in all directions. I quickly shoot a piece of thread aiming at the wall. The thread immediately latches onto the metal bar. Wow. That shot out much faster than I expected. I pull myself towards it so I can steady myself. Are we going to crash? I asked, looking back at James. They got his stomach spinning around. Bro, James is still mindlessly floating around in the air. His cape is flying around him, clinging onto his body as if he were swimming underwater. He rolled his sleeve back onto while I was busy getting myself in stuff. Hold on. Bro, this nigga fucking me up every time I see him. We're in space, he huffs as he pushes the cape out of his face. Unless we find ourselves at a planet, there's nothing to crash into. Fine. Are we going to explode? I spin back into him. Our artificial gravity generator has shut down. There won't be anything that might explode. James tries to reach out towards the ceiling to grab hold of something, but is unable to get within range. He aimlessly hanging around the middle of this room. Can't you fly? I asked. I mean, he can fly, right? Can he just zip his way over to where this generator is and turn back on? James shoots me the deadliest glare he's given me yet, and I instinctively freeze on the spot, clinging onto the wall. For the longest time, he remains silent, brooding as he floats mindlessly in the middle of the chamber. I'm unable to steer myself in these conditions. He smutters. Oh. I have no idea how he could fly in the first place, but it is useful to know that he's as helpless as I am in this sort of situation. I try to pat down my wild hair, but it keeps me standing up straight like I'm Medusa. It's straight crazy. I've never been in zero gravity before. James continues trying to orientate himself, clumsily reaching for anything he can get his hands on. Yeah, come on, nigga. Basically, I shoot out a thread towards James. Once more, it shoots out faster and further than before, so I have to adjust it before I miss my target. Finally, I wrap around his waist. I give him a small tug, and James' body starts floating towards me. Eventually, he softly lands next to me, planting both his feet again on the wall, holding on to one of the bars with his hands. He gives me a judging look, and I immediately dissolve the thread around his waist. What? I said with a shrug. You look like you need some help. I had everything perfectly under control, Earthling Princess. He said with a snappy tone. I help him. I guess prisoners don't deserve thanks. Return to your chambers immediately. I must deal with this mess, he commands. What? I don't have time to protest when James grabs me close, forcing me under his arm. Then he launches himself off the wall and we both hurl towards the door. Right before crashing into the door, James holds his hand out in front of him to catch the momentum and slow us down. Then he taps his foot against the panel on the floor, causing the door to open. Holding me tightly, we exit the room. Captain, the artificial generator is broken, yells out one of the floating soldiers. Tell me, do you think the captain is more incompetent? He is unable to tell whether or not he's in zero gravity. James is in the accent an aggravating tone. The soldier clams his mouth shut in fear. No, Captain. Where is Gerard? Why did he abandon his post? He's fixing the antenna outside. The meteor hit it. I stand silent. It didn't say meteor.
What did it say?
It said what someone the ITE. So I said meteorite.
Meteorite. No, you didn't. You said meteor.
Did I? Why you?
Why would?
Nope. Then all of a sudden I thrust into an alien slamming hard against the armor.
That nigga turned to a Super Saiyan?
No.
Lame as hell.
He didn't turn to a damn Super Saiyan.
Why is hair spiked up? His shit was
Cause of
spiked
gravity.
Why the other nigga hair ain't spiked up?
Cause he's a fucking reptile.
Like,
What are you talking about?
Scales supposed to spike up.
No. He catches me in a surprise. Take the earth thing, get her back into her chambers. I'll go fix the generator. Claws wrap around my arm to keep me steady. Yes, Captain. Soldier looks down at me. Come on, Earthling. Right to your cell. Captain's orders. It's not like I have much of a choice. Soldier keeps a tight grip on my arm as he pushes himself off against the floor, launching us both straight down the hallway. James disappears into the opposite direction. As we're floating past one of the windows, I notice a silver object outside. Oh, is that one of the aliens in the suit? They're outside. That must be Geroid. The one that hit me in the face. I hope they can fix everything. I won't be able to go back if the ship breaks on us. All of a sudden, I feel a strong weight pulling my body down. Then I fall face first onto the floor with its flat. The wind gets knocked out of me. I pick myself up from the floor. Oh, gravity is working again. Captain James must... What? Oh, must have. That's supposed to be H. That fucked me up. Captain James must have turned it back on. I say, says the soldier. I see something whiz past the corner of my eye. Startled, I look out the window and see a silver suit spinning around in a rapid fashion, moving away from the ship. Damn! Is that nigga gone? It doesn't seem like they're secure with a tether or anything. Oh look, I say to the other soldier, he's floating away. The other soldier freezes up when he sees his fellow crew member moving away from the ship. He quickly turns down and sprints off in the other direction. James disappeared. I press my face against the window to see the alien is rapidly disappearing into the distance. I look down at my hands. I could theoretically save him. Come on. No, you don't. No, you do not. No, you don't. You do not. Not at all. You don't. The way I shot, I shot it out just now. I think under the circumstances I'm in, I can shoot it further than normal, so the distance wouldn't be a problem. The question is, do I want to save the aliens who's part of the crew that kidnapped me? No. Not to mention hit me in the face. And I see a bunch of soldiers running towards me with James flying behind them. They all stop to stare out the window. It's Geroid. His tether broke. Yells at one of them.
Huh?
Save him, save him. James stands still, contemplating quietly as he looks out the window. Geroid has drifted away quite a distance by now. Even with my keen eyesight, I have a hard time telling him apart from the darkness. The ship cannot turn around, says James coolly. Mark the log that we lost Geroid during the maintenance check. Damn. Everyone looks at him quietly for a moment. What? It's Geroid. Save him, Captain. Yeah, Captain. Yeah, Captain can do it. Cheers, York. Fly to him. He's not lost yet. I said the ship can't turn around. So by the time we make such a drastic maneuver to go back, he would have fallen off of our radar. We'd be adding another. What? A new nun? Nunu? No, look at this shit. It's Nunu. Okay. But Captain James, everyone returns to their post. He billows. The crew, my bad. The crew grows quiet once more. Then one by one, they start shuffling their feet and walk away from the windows. The crew is murmuring amongst themselves, obviously now happy having to abandon one of their own. Soon the hallway is empty with just me and James left. I glance at my fingertips. Should I tell him that I can still save him? Not gonna lie, I wouldn't help. He was talking shit about me. He was laughing in my face. But at the same time,
you're not a hero. You tried to be a hero, and guess what? It got you stuck in space.
But at the same time, this could help me a little bit. Cause listen, we save him, and I can be like, hey, we can use that to our advantage. We can like, nigga, your captain wasn't even trying to save you, but I saved you, my nigga. Remember that. I'm gonna hit him with the remember that. Then once I really need him, he gonna come through.
Don't give a fuck.
He gon' give a fuck. This nigga thought he gonna die in his face. Watch this, bro. I'm helping him. I'm telling him. He gonna save him. I stammer awkwardly, trying to catch his attention. James' eyes pierce right through me. He is not in a good mood right now. It makes me freeze up on the spot. I can still save him. He approaches me, his body intimidating and fierce. God, why is he so damn muscular? He's like a moving wall. With each step he takes, I take one back, afraid of what he might do. Oh. Damn, for real? He don't want me to save him. Damn! You best be keeping that to yourself, Earthling Princess. He says in a dark tone. He slams his foot against the floor, and then the door to my cell opens up. A light fast reaction shoves me into the room with only a flick of his finger. I painfully land on the unforgiving metal floor and look up at him. Dead eyes staring down at me. Damn, he ain't shit. He really didn't fuck with that nigga just like I did. But damn, nigga. The door slides closed and I can hear him walking out of the hallway. I huddle myself in the corner, pressing my legs against the chest for warmth. How can I possibly subdue the captain and force him to take me back to Earth? Damn. That was a rough chapter 4, I ain't hold you. Damn. Alright. Since people get seasick, can one get space sick? Desperately, I want to look on my phone to check for any symptoms you can get in space. But I'm once more reminded of my situation. I am kidnapped and I am in space. There's no search engine to consult. There's no one here to hear me scream. My phone is turned off to conserve battery life. It's useless to me now anyways. It's been 10 days since I've been kidnapped, eating the same thing every day. I feel weak and tired. It's hard coming up with a plan to kill someone when you feel like the world is spinning, but it isn't really. Door slowly opens. Princess, here is food. It is Eeyore walking with a tray of the same food that has dulled my palate. I can't help it. I'm unable to suppress it any longer. My stomach is churning at the thought of swallowing that thick paste again. Eeyore watches me helplessly as I hurl out my stomach contents. I sit back down against the wall, feeling crampy and nauseous. Must see Captain. Eeyore shrieks and rushes over to me. I'm roughly grabbed by my waist and flings me over to his body, running out of the room with me. There better be a very good explanation as to this disturbance. Suddenly my feet are on the floor again, with Eeyore holding me up straight. I feel even more nauseous now that he ran me all the way here on my back. Captain, Princess is regurgitating food. With no sense of urgency, James walks around his desk with footsteps echoing in the room. He's imposing and not in a very good mood as he stands inspecting me. Then again, when has he ever been in a good mood? I'm sure as hell haven't been since I got kidnapped. Eeyore.
Huh.
Yes, Captain.
Ugh.
She's regurgitating, yes?
Ah.
Yes, Captain.
Mm.
Then go clean it up. And don't let the stench fill up the ship. Damn, he gotta clean it up. I feel bad for him. Promptly leaves me alone and runs out of the room. I'm left alone with the captain. If only I felt a little less woozy, then maybe I could. I don't know how to trick him or something. His dark brown eyes bore themselves into me. I'm too weak to glare back at him, but I try nothing less. Still defiant, no matter what, are we? He comments offhandedly, flickering his hand at me. He makes my blood boil. If I had the energy to talk, I'd give him a piece of my mind. James walks around the desk to the wall behind him. He opens up a locker-looking vaults. The artificial gravity in our ship takes some getting used to, especially for someone who's never been exposed to it before. After rummaging through the locker, James takes something out of it. It looks like some kind of syringe. My eyes widen. No way. What does he intend to do with that? This should relieve your own symptoms. Oh, hell no. I'm not getting shot with alien fluids. Who knows what kind of reaction I could have? I could be implanted with alien eggs, using my body as some kind of incubator, and having them bursting through my stomach. He places 2 fingers on the side of his own neck. Let's do it on the neck so it goes straight to the heart. Finally, I find a voice. Then why not shoot it straight in the heart? James exhales what I believe will do something akin to a chuckle. Maybe it's him just scoffing and making fun of me. Maybe he just inhaled a quick speck of dust and had to free up his nostrils. I don't know. Shoot this drug straight into the heart. It will make anyone's heart stop beating. The chills runs over my spine, but the gears of my mind start spinning as well. I don't know where his heart is located. I might actually have found a way to kill him or threaten his life to the very least. I need to get my hands on that drug. Then please, give me the medicine. I feel sick. I play helpless to act. James walks up to me. Sometimes I forget how massive and intimidating he is. The syringe is ready in his hand. Somehow I have to get it. I need to distract him. Slowly his hand reaches out to my hair and he sweeps to the side, exposing the skin on my neck. The heat from his hand prickles in my skin. My heart starts racing wildly as adrenaline rushes in, pumping myself up to find the right moment to take the syringe. There's a slight hesitation to his actions. For the briefest moment, he lingers with the syringe near my skin. My chance. Quickly, I knock. Oh shit. I quickly knock the syringe out of his hand. It flies into the air, but I grab it. Flipping it in my hand, and I point it at his heart. Sinking with the needle through his outfit, but I stop right before it pierces his skin. I take a breath. Silence. My heartbeat is ringing in my ears. My stomach is sloshing around. James simply staring at me, unmoving. There's no expression on his face to indicate his emotions whatsoever. It's like he's accepted this fate of his, as if he doesn't care if he dies. I don't know.
Maybe he lied to you.
What if he did? Nah, I think he ain't thinking that far, but I think...
What if he lied to you just to see what you would do, and it's just the shit to stop your stomach?
No, he told me that it is.
So you said make your heart stop.
He said if you point it directly at somebody's heart, the drug will. But if you point it at their neck, it's going to heal you. So, but if I threaten him, he going to be able... I don't know.
He's going to overpower you.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to overpower me.
But if he said they're accepting his fate, shit, just threaten. Fuck, go home to your brother, bro.
He going to beat the shit out of me. Watch this, bro. Alright, fuck it. We going to threaten him. Let's see what happens. Oh, shit. Woo. Unless you want your heart to stop beating, you will turn this ship around and bring me back to Earth. Woo, Oh shit, he's even more frightening when he says nothing at all, just staring at me with those emotionless eyes of his. Doesn't he care if he dies? Go on, you made a threat, now carry it out if you're able to summon enough courage. He tested me! He tested me, watch me! I push the needle even deeper, knowing I've breached his skin. I will not hesitate to do so. I bark back at him. Jane takes a deep breath and then he disappears. Oh shit! This nigga got instant transmission. Oh shit!
Or that nigga had put your ass in the genjutsu, nigga.
No, bro.
Wasn't even him the whole time.
That was him, bro. No, bro. Let me read.
Sitting down in the chair.
Jane takes a deep breath and then he disappears right before my eyes. What the? He reappears behind me. He's so damn fast. Oh, he got instant transmission. That was it. He takes the needle out of my hand and painfully pins my arms behind me. He pushes me against the desk. Before I can protest, he jabs the needle. Ooh, you jabbing in there? Fuck you. Damn. So he just went like, God damn. Before I can protest, he jabs the needle in the side of my neck. Shocked, I let out a painful yelp as I can feel the icy fluid flow through my veins. I applaud your attempt, but a mere earthing like you with your puny strength has no way to compete with mine. This was your battle to lose from the start. He grunts against my ear. Piece of shit.
So when you say he grunts to your ear, so he said,
yeah.
Yeah. Why is you cheesing?
He finally tears himself away from me, releasing my arm and pulling the needle out of my neck. I believe I mentioned I'd hang you outside the ship if you did anything suspicious. His eyes flicker over at me. But given your current condition, I'll write this off as a delusional earthling acting out due to space fever. I've taken a deep breath to steady myself and I rub the spot to where the needle pricked me. My wrists are also hurting from his strong grip. I want to yell back at him. I'm not delusional, but there's no way I can compete with him. He's just totally right. I don't have power to defeat him. I'm never going to go home. The reality of my predicament settles down, and I feel this uneasiness wash over me. At the same time, my mind starts clearing up. The sickness in my stomach slowly subduing. Wow, wait, this medicine actually is working. Feel better now? He asks. Ah, shit. My headphones. No, they finna.
Just take a break and come back. So, end the stream and then charge it. Come back. Or you don't want to do that?
Well, no, I'm finna do through 6 now, end it. He says without a care in the world, and if I didn't just try to murder him. I look at him and wonder. Yes, absolutely. Maybe now that your senses have returned to you, you will learn not to make hasty decisions in the future. James threateningly folds his arms over his chest. Any further attempts on my life, and I will not hesitate to rip your head off. I can't help myself but ask, why haven't you already? Why have you taken me? Another silence stretches between us. The needle lies forgotten on the desk. James finally averts his eyes and settles his gaze upon the only window in the room. Not only are you royalty, which can prove to be useful during bargaining positions, but you have demonstrated the ability to heal torn skin. Then his dark eyes are back on me. Such ability will be quite useful to have. When we arrive, you will be put to use on our medical bay. It dawns on me that I made my own grave by rescuing a stranger from the sky and patching him up. He thinks I'm some kind of doctor, which I'm not. But I did basic first aid, and that's why I'm here on this ship, kidnapped by aliens because I had manipulated pieces of thread. Beware, I think, Princess, he growls. One more wrong step, and I'll personally end your life. I fearfully nod at him. Remembering he doesn't understand human language, I quickly correct myself. I understand. I murdered under my breath. Not going back home. I'm not killing or threatening the captain to bring me back. No one is coming to save me either. Home has never felt so far away before now. I'm losing track of the days. without no sun that rises and settles out here in space. Not to mention, no watch. My sense of time is slipping away. How long have I been here? It feels like weeks, but I don't even know for sure. Yuko has been taking me to the dining area more often. He seems to enjoy taking care of me, and I'd rather have at least one alien on my side. Eoi, why are you here? Grunts to the other soldier at him. Taking care of the Earthling. Yes, he answers. Suddenly, a large soldier knocks. Oh, what the fuck going on? Eoi down to the ground, starting a brawl. Everyone looks up and forms a circle. No, you must be cleaning the living quarters. You are not commander. Yeah, check his ass, Eoik. You are not commander, Eoik. Now listen. So the soldier grabs Eoik off the floor, hoisting him high in the air.
Eoik getting his ass beat.
But these bitch ass buff niggas be blowing me. They think nigga don't even got the title and he think he running shit. Like, get the fuck off me, nigga. As Jurord, I'm the acting commander. Everyone has to listen to what I say. The soldier laughs loudly with everyone else joining him. Not good. I don't know what to do. Should I try and stop them? Eoy looks like he's not getting enough air. Yeah, we not begging because he's not gonna listen to us. His ass with the thread, bitch. I stealthily conjure a thread from my index finger, sneaking it down to the floor where no one is able to notice it. I latch it around the soldier's ankle and yank it. Yup, got his ass. Stupid ass nigga. Soldier falls backwards, dropping Eoik along the way. Hastily, I dissolve the thread and try to look as innocent as possible. Embarrassed, he quickly stands up and looks around. Everyone around him starts laughing. Who did that? He yells. Eoik picks himself up from the ground, looking a bit bewildered himself. You did that, soldier said Eoik. He pulls back a fist and is about to slam into Eoik's face until a booming voice catches everyone's attention.
Huh?
What the hell is... I said what the hell. What is all this commotion about? The captain flies in, strong and confidently lands next to the acting commander, staring him down. Oh my... all these names, bro. Jaluk. No. Jaluk. We're gonna call him Jaluk. Jaluk. What is the...
nigga?
No! Jaluk. What is the meaning? Shut up! What is the meaning of this? James asks in a very calm but threatening voice. Captain, Eoik is evading his duties. Says Jaluk. Playing innocent. I huff out aloud, unable to contain myself. And which duties would that be? He looks unimpressed. Because I recall it's his job to guard the Earthling, is it not? Jaluk looks frightened. He casts his eyes down to the floor. Yes, Captain. Make yourselves useful and check the radar on the bridge for any incoming meteors. Yes, Captain. Jaluk immediately disappears. James stares down at everyone around him, his arms crossed over his chest. The message is clear enough. Now everyone needs to get back to their posts and stop loitering about. Hold on. When we're not the center of attention anymore, James suddenly takes a step closer to me. Earthling, he calls out to me. Fed up with all this Earthling stuff, I finally brought up my frustrations. It's Amia, son. I fired back. My name's Amia, son. No more of this Earthling nonsense. He cocks his head to the side, slightly raising his eyebrows. Well, princess, I like that. If you're getting tired of the way we're addressing you, then perhaps you should have told us your name much sooner. I stare back at him, feeling embarrassment rise up to my cheeks, knowing I haven't told anyone my name since the moment I was captured. But it's not like I'm in the best position to. I got kidnapped against my will. Who thinks about properly introducing themselves to under such a situation? No one that's who. Your rebellious eyes will be the death of you one day, he mutters darkly. Middle finger. He don't even know what that is, so we can give it to him. As childish and as ludicrous it might seem, I end up showing him my middle finger. As expected, he makes no indication that he recognizes the sign. He was just our foreign language in space. Be careful about meddling with Yolun's affairs. You might find yourself in a situation you can't handle. James warns me. Yulun. I reply quizzically. Is that what the soldiers are called? James simply tears his cold eyes away from me and turns on his heels. He slowly makes his exit by flying off, his cape fluttering behind him. Princess, Eeyore suddenly speaks up. Yes. You are grateful, but Princess should be careful. Eeyore looks around as the others glare at us. Eeyore grunts, he whispers. I look down at my bowl of mush food. Warnings, don't be bold, Will. Not too much later, I'm back in my cell, bored out of my mind. Then something happens. The door slides open. What the fuck does this nail want? I expected Eeyore to him, but then it's that brute from before, Jill-Look, I think. The hairs on my back and my neck stand straight, and I huddle myself in the corner. Earthling Princess greets me with a mocking tone. Then he taps us on the door and seals it shut fast. I'm all alone with him.
Nah.
You made a mockery of me today in front of the rest of the platoon. His voice is surprisingly calm for what he's saying. I am commander now. I require respect. How can I gain respect when a small fry like you makes me look stupid? Aw, shit. In the blink of an eye, he's in front of me. His large posture looming over me. What are you doing? I asked, surprised he's gotten so close. Time to... What? Nigga, put your tongue back in your mouth. What the fuck going on? It's time to teach you a lesson. There's an unsettling smile on his face. Oh, hell no. That gives me such a bad case of goosebumps. I've been worried about this captain all this time when I should have been worried about the rest of them. This is the enemy, isn't it? This is how it's going to happen. Stay back, I warn him. I braced myself, ready to spin, but the punch to my stomach was, damn. Ah, you are bitch! You the pussy! Oh, fuck that nigga! Oh, the punch to my stomach was too fast for me to block. I cough out loud and pain. I double over, gasping for air. My vision starts getting blurry as the pain immobilizes me. Then a smack against my face causes me to cry out in pain, and I'm down on the floor, ringing impact. It's clear. I'm getting my ass handled, bro. So I got punched in the gut. Then I got slapped in my face. Like, bitch, if you don't kill this nigga, I'm not finna hold you. Kill this motherfucker with your thread. I'm not finna hold you. The pain is so immense, it's hard to move an inch. I feel like my insides are about to burst. He grabs me by my ankle, then dragging me backwards. Oh! No, I shriek. Let go. Yes, we gotta fight. Oh, wait. No, we gotta fight back. This nigga whooping my ass. I shoot a thread out towards him, hooking him around his ankle and tugging, and hopefully he falls. Jill-Look, however, has both of his feet planted firmly on the ground. There's no way I'll catch him off balance. He stands above me, hovering his face over mine. What's this? You dare to fight back? Shit. Oh, shit. Suddenly he grabs my long hair, lifting me from the floor. I yell out from pain and try to scratch him with my fingers, but he pays no mind to my feeble attempts. Then my feet are lifted from the ground, hoisted in the air, only hanging by my hair. My scalp feels like it's going to tear off. Our things are weak. He spits out. You have to listen to me, Kim. No. I say through gritted teeth, creating a thread from my fingers. I catch the other end and hook it around my own hair. You cut that shit. Yeah, we fighting back in this bitch. Get the fuck off me. I will not. I scream and slice through my thick locks. It's almost as if the time slowed down as I fall back onto the floor. My own hair cascades around me like a falling feathers, gently fluttering in the air. Not expecting me to do this, Jaluk stands there, temporarily stunned, whips up hair, dances around us. I roll over my back and look him in the eye. Then I deliver a swift kick. Yeah, whoop this nigga ass! A swift kick to the stomach as well. It doesn't pack much of a punch, but there's enough for him to stumble backwards. I use this opportunity to pick myself up and run towards the door. My hands are trembling with adrenaline. I step down into the panel to open the door, but it doesn't. Fuck! Whoever watches over me. Sorry, Earthling. The door doesn't open unless you have a key. He's right behind me. There it is. This is it. I tried the best I could. I'm so sorry, Cal. I can't. Damn, for real! Damn! Jaluk grabs me behind my head, the back of my head, and sends me into the door. But miraculously, the door opens before my face is pulverized. Instead, I'm pushed into someone's chest plate. Yes! Hey, James, you can't! Hey, nah, I fuck with you. And he look good. How about that? Let me get a little... Nah, I don't need a screenshot. I'm fine. I'm thinking about doing a screenshot, but I'm good. Jane, what are you talking about? Jane looks down at me. What the?
Ah!
There he is, Captain. Yells Elok behind him. Captain James! Elok says with a startled screech. He immediately lets go. I told you Elok saw him sneaking in here. I've never been so happy to face plant into the chest of my captor. James gives me a gentle push, forcing me to back off and let him through into the cell. He surveys the situation. My hair is flying around in the room. The bruises on my knees from falling down. He takes it all in. Finally, he looks at Jaluk. Didn't I tell you not to harm our prisoner? His icy voice makes. Oh, I'm tripping. Let's restart that. Did not tell you not to harm our prisoner. His icy voice makes me tremble on the spot. But Captain, there's a loud crack. It happened so. Oh, what you mean? It happened so quickly, my brain can't even comprehend the maneuver James pulled out just now. Oh, he cracked his nigga neck. Damn! But all of a sudden, Jaluk falls onto the floor like a lifeless ragdoll. My eyes are as wide as saucers. I bite back in his shriek and cover my own mouth. He instantly snapped his neck. Eoi, take care of this. Phil must be disposed of. James wipes his hand for dramatic effect. Yes, Captain. Eo hurries to Jaluk's dead body and hoists the much larger alien across the soldiers. Fuck. I know how to say shoulders. Alright. He disappears through the door. When we're alone, James clicks his tongue in an annoyed tone. Princess, prepare yourself. We'll be arriving soon. He turns his back on me, standing in the oval doorway. Your fate will be out of my hands. I won't be able to save you from your obscene actions. His warning leaves me with a chill that I can't shake off. Are you blaming me for being attacked by one of yours? Wait. I finally find my voice. Alright, babe.
What?
How is this my fault? I question him. Jaluk was the one who entered the room and started assaulting me. James coughs loudly as he turns around to face me once more. It's in your eyes. Your defiance is like a burning rage reflected back to anyone who gazes upon you. He crosses his arms over his chest, giving me a distant look. You would do well to behave yourself and submit. You're saying I should just let myself get beaten. It seems like your hearing does work. How particular. And here I was thinking all Earthlings were deaf. I glare at him. I never submit. Your tune will change soon enough once we arrive. Eo comes running back to the room. Captain, Eo released the body into space. Jane composed herself very well. Clean up this mess here as well. You know the Lord likes to have his ships return in pristine conditions. Yes, Captain. Eo says obediently. Let's see how fair beating him, mutters James. honestly. He finally exits the cell with York right behind him. It feels like a couple of days have passed since then. Crew members have mostly left me alone. No one seems to be questioning what happened to Jillo. York is the only one who I still interact with. Today he brought me the captain's quarters. My presence was requested. Captain York brought the princess. James, as usual, is behind his desk. He dismisses York, but doesn't even make eye contact with me. Nervously, I rub the back of my neck, finally getting used to the fact that I now have a bob. Not that slicing through my own hair was considered a good haircut. While am I here? I asked after a long silence. We'll be descending soon and touch ground with you. He explains as he taps his fingers on a few buttons on the desk. I do not have any data available on Earthling, so you'll be going in blind. The temperature is scorching hot there. You may experience side effects from the temperature. He stands up from his seat and walks to the wall lined in with bolts. He opens up one of them to take something out of it. James walks around to the desk. He hands clutching a small glass bottle. He presents it to me. Inside of it is a tiny piece of root. Red color reminds me of saffron. Chew on this root. Don't swallow it. It may alleviate or reduce some of the symptoms. Hesitantly, I take it from his hand. Or you may combust on the spot. That's also a possibility. There's a smirk on his face. He ain't shit. As if he'd be happy to see that happen. Great. Now I'm going to a planet whose atmosphere may very well be the cause me to burst into flames. How do I know it's not just poison? I asked, staring at him suspiciously. It's either you chew on this or you meet the end sooner rather than later. Your choice. I hugged the small bottle protectively against my chest. It's not my choice, I grumble. Bang. Nothing has been. The floor suddenly shakes and vibrates. The ship makes a puffing noise as it's releasing compressed air. I look around in confusion, but James remains composed as ever. Welcome to you, princess. Alright. So we'll do chapter 6 and then we'll call it a day. And now I get back on here. I'm probably gonna do Wednesday morning because I gotta. Shit, nope. So the next, I might have to stream. Yeah, when I come back, I'll probably stream on that Friday. Oh yeah, I can stream Friday. I'll stream Friday. Yeah, so I'll stream the rest of this Friday. Hot, hotter than hot. Back on the Earth, it was snowing, but here I have entered a little hell. The moment we exit the ship, I'm hit by a gust of wind so hot that the hairs inside my nostrils slowly shivered up. It's like stepping inside of an oven. It hits me like a punch in the gut, and I double over on my knees. The metal platform I'm standing on feels like it's going to melt right through my shoes. Nothing is safe to touch. I try to breathe, but only sweltering air enters. Can I even breathe on this planet? There's something sizzles above me in the sky. I can feel my skin running to its crisp as the immediate reaction. My body is already perspiring. Okay. Sweat trickling down my brows into my eyes. It stings. I really do think I can spot. I fucked this shit up. I really do think I can spontaneously combust into flames. There's no way I can last even a minute in these conditions. New York appears behind me, tapping my shoulders. Princess, take root. Choo choo. I don't even think twice about the small bottle in my hand. I remove the lid and check out the red colored root. My palm. I immediately throw it into my mouth. It's bitter. My face comes into a grimace as I chew this extremely bitter tasting root. It tastes like 100-year-old leather shoe dipped in coffee. The first instinct is to spit it out, but then I realize the effects it's having on me. My skin feels light, airy. Suddenly, the scorching warmth all around me feels like a pleasant summer day. I can breathe finally. I can breathe normally again. My mind is perfectly clear. The heat doesn't bother me anymore. I'm hoisted up on my feet before I get the chance to do it. Look alive, princess. The heat is the least of your problems, says James in a foreboding tone. He too seems to be chewing on the root, minus the weird face like I'm making right now. Move out, James commands his platoon. We landed on top of a large cliff with sand dunes as far as the eye can see in the distance. Move out to where exactly? Where are we going? The only thing around us seems to be a large platform where the spaceship has landed. Wait, no. Large dust storm seems to have hidden the large city in the far distance, very far distance. I don't even dare to look over the edge of the cliff. We're walking, I ask, my eyes darting over to James. The static man turns his head to face me. There's a slight smirk on his lips. I'm certainly not, he says. He launches himself into the air, into the sky, and zooms away towards the city in a blink of an eye. Wait. He gets to yeet off into the distance, but I'm the one that has to climb down the cliff. Yeah, he a bitch. I get the platform in frustration, shaking my fist at the sky. You could have parked closer, I yell out loud, angrily chewing my root. How are we going to reach the city from here, I ask Eeyore. Princess has a good sight. Eeyore sounds impressed. Princess, no worry. We take these. He gestures behind us, where several soldiers have taken out what seems to be some kind of vehicle on 3 wheels. Oh, thank God. We're not traversing the desert. The desert? The desert. How do we get down? How do we get down, though? I asked. Still unsure of... Oh, water goes. Yeah. How do we get down, though? I asked, still unsure of how we're going to get off this cliff. Eeyore mounts on one of the large vehicles by hoisting himself up. I blink up at him. That's a little out of reach for me to climb. Before I can voice my concerns, however, another soldier throws me up in the air without any warning. I shriek in surprise and Eeyore catches me, placing me behind him on the large saddle. We hover. Now, close your eyes, princess. Sand everywhere, he warns me. I don't even have time to say anything before Eeyore starts the mechanical craft, and the wheels kick up a ton of dust in the air. It starts hovering over the ground. I cough in response and immediately squeeze my eyes shut. Finally, we're off. Okay, I got a nice place. The hair is... My hair is dusted with sand. My entire body has sand in every nook and cranny. It's so uncomfortable. I already couldn't take a shower the entire time I was on the spaceship. I felt like a dirty pig, but now I feel just like I got 10-pound layer of dirt permanently stuck on my skin. I feel so dirty. The atmosphere has changed since I've arrived at this massive palace entrance. I can feel it in my stomach. This tense, not that won't go away from me. I'm being pushed around by soldiers, forcing me to walk straight towards the entrance. James is standing there, arms crossed behind his back, facing the gate. Has he been standing there this whole time? The platoon lines is in formation. I'm forced to keep my hands behind my back as well. On the sides, a small tower with a large drum. No, it looks more like a goal. Probably a fucking Mortal Kombat, right? The soldier standing next to him slams a large hammer onto the metal piece. The sound travels across the entire field. The bass is so low, I can feel the bones in my body vibrate within. This is making me even more nervous. Lord Vartis, the 6th Division has returned in Coke. The soldier that rang the gong yells out loud in a boisterous voice. The gates open in a dramatic fashion, and as I fidget on the spot with anticipation, God, that palace looks so huge. It's really intimidating. With my keen eyesight, I spot a couple of soldiers walking out the gate. They look all the same as Eoik. I guess this is their native planet. Oh, who is? Oh, he look kind of fine. I gotta take a screenshot of him. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. We get that screenshot. He look kind of good. Oh. And then I don't even have to guess who's the next creature I see is supposed to be. His Majesty creature, this majestic creature with skin so light it makes the sun reflect back at me as if it were snow. He stands out completely from the rest. This has to be him, Bartis. I lock eyes with the snake-like pupils. I freeze on the spot when I realize he knows I'm looking at him even from a distance. He looks nothing like I imagined, not similar to James at all. I cast my eyes downward as the intensity of his stare is too much for me to bear. The distance between us is huge, but he definitely made eye contact with me. Slowly, they make their way down the stairs. It feels like eons before they finally arrive at the platoon. All soldiers bow their heads at this giant ethereal, being, including James. Someone smacks the back of my head. Bow, hisses someone from behind. Quickly, I bow my head as well. Bartis raises his arms only slightly when it is enough to make all the soldiers stand up straight again. They were so rowdy back on the spaceship, but here they look like so highly trained machines, falling perfectly in line. James takes a step forward. Lord Vartis. He begins. We have returned from our mission to planet HX-108, or Earth, as they called it. I resent you. Smack. Who hit you? Damn! What's up with all the hitting going on, nigga? I kneeled down when you came, and you still hit my ass. I didn't even do nothing. I flinch in surprise at the sudden strike. Vartis' long arm is outstretched, and James. Oh, he got slapped. Oh, I thought I did. I'm like, damn. And James' face is turned away. I see even less soldiers in the initial report. More have perished since then. Why is that? His voice is like an ice cold shiver. It makes you tremble, but you can't shake it off. Lord Vartis. There was another smack. Damn! Nigga trying to explain it, you still smacking his ass. Another smack across his face causing him to stop speaking. Do you take me for a fool? Vartis draws out.
No.
You not only failed your mission to conquer HX-108, but you couldn't even mark how many soldiers you lost. Vartis takes a step towards James, who immediately turns his head. You were the failure here. Vartis waves his hand around in a rheumatic manner, causing particles to appear. A sudden vine appears in Vartis' hand. Oh. You finna whip this nigga? Oh, hell no. Having grown from his wrist, it seems. The vine continues to grow until he wields it like a whip. On your knees, he hisses. Oh, shit. This nigga finna get beat. No! Don't do it, though. James obeys him, falling down to one knee on the ground. Face your platoon. Damn. He turns towards us, his gaze unfocused. His hand is clenched on the top of his knee. I hold my breath as I see this all unfold in front of me. This is going to be a public fault. Ooh, that sound like this shit hurting. God damn. First strike happens without warning. The sound of the makeshift whip cracks in the air, echoing off the empty ground. Damn. With a quick concerted strikes, Vartis whips James back until his armor is torn apart. James grunts in the pain, but tries to withstand the onslaught of slashes on his back, gritting his teeth and bearing it as much as he can. I hear his flesh rip with each impact, and I turn away from the bloody horror. I can't stand to watch it. It's nauseating. Woo! Well, I know his back finna be tender. I got you. Hey, I got you, James. I got you, bro. You protected me while, you know what I'm saying? You did kidnap me. But you still, you know what I'm saying? You still cool. So I got you, bro. I saw up your wounds, nigga. I got you. He must have flogged James 100 times by now. Even though only seconds have passed, there's no break in between. The sound of whips cracking is all but ear. Bryce controls the mind like a deadly tool. He must have flogged James 100 times by now, even though... Wait, didn't I just... I thought I clicked on it, definitely. I jerk back in surprise when a splatter of blood lands on my cheek. I quickly brush it off. The flogging finally stops and I dare to look again. I gasp in horror, almost choking in the bitter root. I clasp my hands in front of my mouth. James is still in the same position, but his armor is tattered. And his entire back has been beaten bloody. It's so undaunting with red that I'm unable to recognize his regular skin tone. Captain James failed his mission, and this was his price to pay. Next time, it won't be just him who has to bear this punishment. Oh, shit! He said the whole crew finna get whipped. Oh, no! He then tosses the whip onto the ground without a care, turns on his heels, and strides away from his henchmen, moving back up to the stairs. As soon as his back is turned, James collapses onto the ground, not stirring an inch. He's fainted. Immediately, Eeyore and other soldiers from the lineup rush towards him. They hoist him from the ground. Even the tiles are stained red with blood. Completely unconscious, they drag James' limp body away from the side. I'm still frozen on the spot. I've seen James kill someone on the spot, but seeing him get beaten bloody has a bigger impact on me. Even if the captain gets flogged, what chance do I have? Come on, Earthling, move it. A large soldier grabs my arm and yanks me away. Where are you taking me? I ask, scared I'll get tortured too. Just come, he refuses to answer. Damn. Entering the palace feels like one big giant labyrinth. I'm trying to remember if the layout indicates I want to escape, but all the hallways are so similar, they seem to stretch on forever. I've walked so many stairs as well. We were pretty high up. If it weren't for the fact that I've been kidnapped to some alien planet, I would have otherwise admired the architecture of this town. Eventually, the soldier stops at what seems to be a door. He slides it open. In here, he says with a gruff voice. He passed me hard on my back and I stumbled inside. Wait, for how long? What's going to happen to me? I asked, turning around. Do not ask me. Only Captain James knows. With that, he slides the door closed. Okay, better than my fucking prison cell. This cool. Immediately, I try to open the door, but it's like from the outside. I don't see any keyholes, so I have no idea how to open it. It must be a hinge or something I can't see. I turn around to inspect my surroundings. It's a rather large room with a bed in the middle. There are several windows behind it, letting in some daylight. At least it's not a dungeon of any kind. In fact, I feel like staying at a super fancy hotel. Everything seems rich and super detailed. This must be the palace, I mutter out loud. After all, they've addressed him as Lord Bartis, so it makes sense that everything is so huge and decorative. Images of James beating flashes through my mind, and I shake my head trying to clear the thoughts. We can't escape right now. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm scared to get whipped, nigga. I quickly walk over towards the bed and I sit down and gather my thoughts. I didn't expect James to get flogged in front of everyone. I've been scared of him this entire time. He's kidnapped me after all. But at that moment, he was powerless, just like me. I wonder if he's holding up. Those wounds are definitely brutal, alright. Way harsher than the state I first found him in. Maybe he'll even die. Oh, what am I doing? Sympathizing with the enemy. He's the one that kidnapped me in the first place. A small voice in the back of my head reminds me that he also made sure no one hurt me on the spaceship. That's what I'm saying. Suddenly something... Man, he a real one. I fucking...
He kidnapped.
I know he kidnapped me, but still, though. He protected me. I got my ass beat black and blue by some random nigga, and he came in there and helped me and killed that nigga.
I'm telling you, he only did that due to his boss, nigga.
Oh well. Suddenly, something else begs for my attention, my full bladder. Traversing this desert on those hover bikes still took some time. I haven't peed forever, it feels like. Great. Looking around, there's no other doors in this room than the one that came through. There's no fancy toilet like in the spaceship. I walk back towards the sliding door and bang my fist on it. Hello, hello? I need to use the bathroom. Waste facilities. I shout out loud. I press my ear against the door, but I hear nothing. There doesn't seem to be anyone in the vicinity. The more I think about it, my full bladder, the harder it's going to keep it in. I look around. Maybe they have one of those chamber pots, if I'm lucky. I check under the bed, nothing. Well, I'm not on Earth after all. Oh well. There's a small round pot on the side cabinet. When I check it, there's nothing inside. Okay, this is what I have to do. Anything is better than just letting it out on the floor. That nigga gonna come in there and beat your ass. Be like, bitch, did you just piss in one of my pots? I'll be like, hey, it was a toilet. I'm doing my business. I lie down on the bed, which is rather fluffy. I wonder for how long I need to chew on this bitter root if I could get something to drink. I wonder how Khalil and Kane are doing. Princess, the door unlocks, open the door. I sit up straight and see Eeyore appear in the doorway. Relief washes over me as I see a familiar face, which is weird because he still was the enemy. Am I getting a case of stalking syndrome? Princess, must come to the infirmary. I stand up straight. Alright. Eeyore suddenly points his nose in the air and sniffs. One more step and Eeyore looks directly at the chamber pot. Princess, he starts. That's a water vase. It is not for waste. My embarrassment is hard to hide. Well, are you back, Wheelie? No one is answering me and I really need to relieve myself. Eeyore simply chuckles and beckons me to come follow him. After strolling through the maze-like hallways once more, we arrive at the large room. It's different from the rest of the palace. There's a bunch of beds lined up against the wall. Oh, James is in here. He's lying on top of the table, another man hunched over. Healer Bilvis, I brought the Earthling Princess. Eeyore greets him. Oh! And he got a fine too! I told you, some fine niggas over here. I don't mind to be kidnapped. He looked kind of like Kane, I ain't gonna hold you. The red-haired man turns to me. His striking white pupils are the first thing I notice. If it weren't for that, I'd say he could be a distant family member of Kane. Thank you for bringing her. You can go now. Eeyore salutes him and leaves him premises. My eyes glide over to the unmoving body of James on the table. It seems the man was in the middle of stitching his wounds. Healer, he said. Let me introduce myself. I'm Bilvis, head healer of the infirmary. The man gives me a short bow. With an expressionless face, he taps his finger onto his cheeks. I simply stare at him in confusion. The root, Princess. I slowly stop chewing on the bitter medicine. Don't tell me it was poison. Saffron root only needs to be chewed for a small amount of time to work. Okay. Oh, he stretches his arm, offering me a small glass. Spit. Awfully, I finally spit out the bitter root on the glass, which he promptly empties and cleans it at the small sink. Filling the glass with water, he wordlessly offers it to me again. He doesn't say much, does he? I take the cup from his hand, silently take a sip. When it turns into a gulp, until the entire glass is empty within seconds. I was really thirsty. Are you feeling better now? He asked, still without giving much of an expression. Yes, I was thirsty, thank you. This is Bilvis. While a little stoic, seems much nicer than the rest. He does look completely different than anyone else, though. I wonder how many species live on this planet. I read the report from Prince James in advance. He starts turning away from me and sitting down on the stool next to James' body. It seems you have some expertise in the medical field. Why do I suddenly feel like I'm such a fraud? I don't really. I admit sheepishly I can stitch up a wound. But let's stay quiet for a bit after that, focusing on closing up wounds on James' bare back. Perhaps you could demonstrate your skill right now, if you don't mind. It's hard to say no when someone's so polite. It doesn't seem like he's going to hurt me or anything, so I feel a little safer around him. On him? I ask, pointing my finger at James. Willis looks at me, raising his eyebrows a little before. Yes? He draws out, unless you want to wait for another body to be delivered. That doesn't sound ominous at all. No, that's okay. I can do it. Then please, take a seat. He gestures towards the stool in the back. As I take it and sit opposite him, Billis offers a thread and some kind of hook. No need, I say, refusing the materials. With curious eyes, he sits back and watches me, waiting for me to start. It must be said out loud, but do not harm the prince, he warns me. As a healer, we have a code of conduct to treat anyone regardless of affiliation. Even if he did indeed capture you from your home planet, please put aside those thoughts when treating a patient. Even if they try to murder you and your family, I ask, my eyes flickering over the unmoving body of my captor. So defensively, so easy to kill. Yes, he says, with no hesitation. It is especially important to remain neutral despite patient's previous actions. Those are some hardcore morals over there. I can't help but respect his beliefs. Alright, I promise. I will not harm the prince on his side. Very well. You may begin. I look at my hands. They're so dirty, and sand is stuck everywhere that they're not even mentioning how I smell in general. I'm not taking a shower for a month, and flying through a desert has me looking like a swamp. Can I clean my hands off first? I just arrived without a chance, I said sheepishly. Willis pointed back to the small sink. Please go ahead. I walk over to the stone sink, surprised by how similar it looks by the ones we have back on Earth. It seems even a bar of soap. Quickly, I wash my hands, feeling refreshed after having been stuck with sand underneath my nails like forever. When I'm finished, I return to my seat. First, I inspect the wounds. There are so many open wounds. Some of them can't even be stitched close and would need to scar over. It's like he's been mauled by an animal with very large claws. I've never seen an injury this intense before. I look for a wound that I can treat. There. A small wound on his back. I focus my energy to my fingertips, pulling out a thread in between my fingers. Billy's expression changed slightly as he watches how my thread pierces the tan skin. It goes through without any resistance and starts looping it around as if I'm stitching a piece of fabric like that I've done 1,000 times before. Within a few seconds, the wound is now closed and neatly stitched. I cut the thread off and tied it in the end. Particular. You seem to be materializing a fine thread. It's so thin. It's hard to notice it until the light is caught in it. Billis has suddenly gotten close to me and reaches for my hand. Oh, he feels ice cold. Are you able to form them anywhere on your body or just your fingertips? His long icy fingers glide across my hand, inspecting it carefully. I stammer, feeling awkward. Billis' eyes shoot up and then immediately pulls back. Oh, I'm sorry. That was inappropriate for me. I shouldn't touch you without permission. Forgive me. Suddenly, the one static man became a lot more expressive. I cleared my throat. No, it's okay. You didn't hurt me or anything. I'm slightly fascinated by your skills. They are definitely well suited for suturing wounds. He praises me. I have not yet met anyone with such a gift as you. He makes me sound like I'm some type of godly being with an overpowered skill. Back on Earth, I'm just a regular tailor. And no, it's just for my fingers, I say, answering his previous question. It's no wonder Prince James brought you back. Your gift is extraordinary. Great. He's saying I really did bring it up on myself by patching up a superhero who turned out to be some alien from space and kidnapped me because of my extraordinary stitching skills. I just want to slam my head into a wall right about now. I glare at his back. If I had just listened to Kai and decided to go help, I might still be at home right now. Kane would have returned, gloated about shooting space aliens from the sky. Khalil would have made some stupid pun about aliens. Kim would have cleaned up the boutique. Instead, I'm here. Let's continue, Bilvis says. It's not a question. I sigh, yes. He's right. Regardless of what James did to me, at the moment he's just someone who needs special medical care. For the rest of the time, we suture it in silence until most of the wounds are closed. Billis dresses the other wounds with bandages and gauze. It is oddly relaxing. I only have to focus on the stitching. It almost feels like I'm working on the dress or something. Even if that sounds really strange, this is skin, not fabric. Once he's mostly clean and stitched up, I can finally tell his back is covered with old scars. Old lashings, most likely. This is not the first time it's happened. Suddenly someone comes bursting into the room, carrying another soldier on his arms. Healer, we need help. His shoulder got dislocated during training. How the hell y'all do that? Billis needs to get up from his seat quickly, walking over to the two of them. You stay here, he says to me. Then he addresses the other two. Come, he commands. He guides them to the back part of the room, away from me. I chew on the bottom of my lip as I look around. I guess I'm not needed right now. Not that I know what to do with a dislocated shoulder. A loud pop startles me, followed by a terrifying scream that echoed through the infirmary. He sounds like he's in agony. It's agonizing to listen to. I'm startled once more when I hear a deep cough emerge from James' unconscious body. No way, he's not unconscious anymore. His eyes crack open, wild and frantic, looking around to see where he is. In an instant, he's up on his feet, knocking over the stool Billy sat on before. His brown eyes locking with mine, though his are a little unfocused still. The strong sense of deja vu washes over me. Please don't strangle me like last time. Billis bellows and winces at the same time. Come in, Prince James. He hollers back. James reaches his own back with his hand, touches the gauze, and immediately leaves it alone. How are you feeling? Billis once he sent the other two soldiers away. James doesn't seem to be in a good mood and glares at the redhead. Why is this earthling princess here? I helped stitch you up. I think it would suffice, I comment with a slight mocking tone. James clicks his tongue at me. Did I ask for your assistance? He fires back at me. It's only polite to thank a person who helped you out, I reply, narrowing my eyes at him. Then he refuses to look at me any longer, pretending as if I'm not there. How long have I been unconscious for? He asks groggily. Little longer than last time, Billis replies. My eyebrows raised. Just how common is it for this to happen? I noticed the old scars on his back, but I didn't realize it was something that had happened frequently. Not that it's any of my business. Now answer me. How are you feeling? Billis repeats. Like a newborn infant, James replies sarcastically. Billis sighs and responds, I'm getting a feeling these two don't get along so well. Maybe they do. I can't tell. I'm taking the princess to her chamber. She should not be here yet. Yet, I echo in sentiments. Could you be quiet already? Your voice is too overwhelming right now. He complains, closing his eyes. My eyes suggest say you spend the night in the infirmary and we're leaving. He announces oddly and grabs my upper arm, yanking me away. Hey, I screech. Don't be so rough. James takes no heed to my complaints, and drags me towards the door. Prince James, if you don't rest, I get to decide whether I rest or not, he growls back. He shows me at the infirmary. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's good. It's good. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm in it now. I'm immersed. All right. Yeah, I was hating on him, but it's cool. It's cool. Shoot. All right, so we're gonna end it here. Chapter 7. I'm gonna stream probably either Saturday or Sunday. So we do